Bum. Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. It's been a while, but with the Champions League coming next week, we will be doing games on that. So I thought, you know what, let's get it back up and rolling with a bit of a relevant game. England versus Switzerland. It could be Sweden. Who gives a shit? I mean, realistically, who does? But I just thought, you know what, we can have this on in the backdrop. We can interact. We can have a bit of a chat because I tell you what, there's sod all else to do on a Tuesday night when there is no Premier League football or Champions League football. We are stuck with what we have, aren't we? So let's have a look. Where are we? We're here. Live with England Watchalong. I'm just tweeting out while we're ready. England, Switzerland. Who gives a shite? Who gives a shite? Realistically, who does? Do you? Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. Anyway, hello everybody. I hope you're all very, very well. Let's try and get up to 45,000 subscribers while we're live. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But we are just about to kick off. I'm not going to put timers up or anything like that. I'm not going to sort of pretend that anyone gives a shit. I'm going to actually just interact with live comments, have it on in the background, have a beer, and enjoy it with you people. And we'll probably get Mad Marcus on at some point as well. Literally just walked in the door. Just been watching football myself. Some local football. Jared Pesserman's not happy about what? We don't know. Which beer are you having? Until they sponsor me, I refuse to announce it and drive sales, because if I say I'm drinking this beer, half the live comments are just going to run out and buy that beer, and what do I get? That was a joke, by the way. I'm in that sort of a mood, as many may well get. I'll turn it on in a minute, Marcus, and what? He's a little bit obsessed, that City fan. I'll tell you what, you can have a look on, if you search Goldbridge on Twitter, you'll see some of the weirdness that goes on there, but actually some of the DMs you get and stuff is ridiculous. Anyway, we're 5 seconds into this great game of England versus Switzerland. Rashford's playing for England, which from a United perspective is quite good. I suppose from a Liverpool fan point of perspective, you've got Trent Alexander-Smith-Jones playing at right back. Midfield's a bit crap, isn't it? Is it Delph, Dyer and Loftus-Cheek? I suppose that's decent. And Danny Welbeck up front. It's like watching the same player, isn't it? Messi Lingard's not playing Pankaj. He's on bench, so that's not happening at the moment. Both the Welbecks starting. Transfer zone says. And come on, Mark, that's a legitimate concern. Don't subliminally market anything, says Rishab Sinha. And can anyone explain what this league is all about? This is a friendly, the Phil, so don't worry about that. This actually is an international friendly. It's not even part of that Nations League, which no one's actually got a bloody clue is what it's all about. This is actually a friendly. So there we go. England on the attack here. Switzerland tend to be quite good in friendlies. They must be quite good at it because they're number 6 in the world, despite being pretty shite. So well done to Switzerland for being 6 in the world. There we go. But let me just sit back and retweet that. Follow me, please, Mark. Score prediction, don't care. 2 people on Twitter have asked me what my score prediction is. Don't care. 0. Don't care, 0. That's my score prediction. Actually do not care at all. Not bothered. Really not bothered. If I thought somebody from the FA was watching, or anybody who gives a damn, I'd genuinely say scrap all international breaks. They are crap. They're a total waste of time. And it shouldn't happen. I remember a time during the war, but I do remember a time. Look, they're promoting something else now. England versus America, Thursday the 15th of November. Start your Christmas build-up with a shit international. There you go. I've done it for you. I'll sell you some tickets. But seriously, I remember when I was growing up that England used to play on a Wednesday and then they'd play on a Saturday. They wouldn't play on a Saturday. So what would happen is, during the war, but in the late 80s, you'd get United playing or whatever. So they'd play on a Saturday with 11 players and 2 subs. And then a lot of those players would then go and play for England on a Wednesday. So on the Monday morning, they'd go down to Lillishall, which I think was England HQ then. They'd train for a couple of days. Then they'd play their friendly on the Wednesday night. Then back to their club on the Thursday lunchtime. And then playing for their club on a Saturday. You didn't used to have this 2-week thing. And England could do that. We could do that without having the 2-week thing. Why don't we just, what's unachievable about that? You play your Premier League games. You just make sure that there is no Premier League games on the Sunday. So everyone plays on the Saturday. You then have everybody going to England duty or whatever country for the Monday. And then they're back playing for their country. Now, I know what people are saying straight away. Well, what about all these players that come from South America and everything like that? Tough is what I say, because that would be a reason maybe to not buy so many of them, and we might get some more homegrown talent. But I hate international football. Wouldn't bother me too much if it wasn't just for 2 weeks. It's all about international football. That's what does my nut in about it. It's just, and it's waste. This is a waste of time. England, Switzerland is a waste of time. Let's be totally and utterly honest about this. It is a waste of time. I'm actually clicking the tick, Mad Marcus, to answer your call, but it's just not letting me answer it for some reason. And I don't know why. I'll try it again in a minute. No, it's not having it. I'll try it the other way. It'll probably work that way. Will Shaw play on Saturday, says Little Baz 1990. I've got a funny feeling he might, He might do, although it actually is. It's a head injury, so you've got to wait a week sometimes. And Jordan Thompson says Mark equals UKIP. No, come on. That's quite an offensive thing to say, because UKIP has connotations of nationalism, bordering on racism and stuff like that. I'm not saying UKIP's a racist organisation by any sense, but you do get tarred with that brush a little bit. Look, my political leanings are not going to be discussed at any point, because that's irrelevant to what I do. But I don't, it's a silly comment, because that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I don't like international football breaking up the Premier League for 2 weeks at a time every month for the first 3 months of the season. It saps momentum, and I don't like that. Marcus, I don't know what's going on. I've tried to call you, you've tried to call me, and it won't work. They're saying no answer, so don't know what's happening there. Don't know. Why don't ITV or BBC have it here? It says Kieran Brook. I don't blame them for not having it. Zed Jamie says it's not even free either. Yeah, you've got to have Sky to watch this shit. Ed Woodward says Mark's got the same clothes on from FIFA. Wow. It was lunchtime and now it's 8 o'clock at night. I don't change my clothes every hour. Johnny Wiggs, does Brexit mean Brexit? I couldn't give a shit about Brexit, to be honest. That's everybody else's problem, isn't it? There's not been a goal. It hit the side netting from Shaqiri. Okay, Mad Marcus, I am online. I wonder if... Oh, I think it was just loading up. It might work now. Hello, mates.
Oh yeah, mate. There we go.
We're up and running.
So it said you was offline. And it said to me to restart Skype.
There you go. Breaking news. How do you feel about the international break in general? I think I'd know anybody answers about England versus Switzerland in a friendly. I mean, I got so into it in the World Cup. And yes. I thought maybe I'll change my opinion towards international breaks. This is the first of 3, and I'm already bored to death. It is just not good. It's just a shit waste of time. I mean, fair play to these people who... I mean, Wembley looks relatively full. I mean, what are these people doing on a Tuesday night? The Bake-Off's on. You know, what are you doing with your lives? I could give... however many thousand people are there, subscribe to the United Stand and watch that. You know, it's far better than this crap, and it's free. I mean, these people must have very little going on. Very little going on.
The thing is, why watch the Bake Off when you can watch Trent Alexander-Arnold Smith-Jones, whatever his bloody name is, at right wing back? But I think from this game, I think we're looking for some consistency. Don't want to see the game plan change too much in terms of formation and playing style. I mean, they did pretty well at the World Cup. It was quite a positive tournament, I think, from England's perspective. The Spain result, not what we wanted, but I do blame that on the referee. Saturday night's result. The goal should have stood, and they were unlucky to have it chalked off.
It's not at Wembley, it's at the M-Power, the King Power, or whatever stadium, which is in Leicester. There you go, that's official. It's the King Power, mate, says FLG, hashtag MUF7. Let us know who you support in the live comments, because it's been a weird few months, certainly on my channel and Twitter and stuff, and I know we're getting more and more people involved now who aren't necessarily United fans, which is great, because that's what That's Football's all about. This channel especially, if you're wondering what this is, we sort of built it up over last season, right through the World Cup. Xander did a lot of stuff, I did a lot of stuff, and I sort of took 2 months out after the World Cup. It's going to be back. And basically what we'll do is, if it's a United game, obviously that's always going to be on the United Stand, but I watch a lot of other games. So if it's El Clasico, or it's a Champions League game, or it's a big Premier League game, we'll just do a watch-along on That's Football. That's what we use it for, really. So you're all very welcome. Make sure you subscribe if you are new, and do get involved. I mean, Matty Plays says I support Everton. Kobe Caxton says I support England. Well done. Vintage Jurgen's a Liverpool fan, and we've got a few United, which I would have thought. And now we're just getting loads of United. Huddersfield.
Yeah,
Stuart McHugh. Arsenal, Cameron. Stuart Collins says that Paul Hollywood's in better shape than Phil Jones. I'd rather play Paul Hollywood, to be honest. And we've got Nathan, who's a Tottenham fan. Max is a Chelsea fan. And I'm not very popular with Chelsea fans at the moment, because I do give Eden Hazard a lot of stick, but that's what I feel. I feel what I feel. Few Liverpool
you got no
fans.
interest in this then tonight, have you?
No, I just knew we weren't going to be doing the United Stand at 8 o'clock, because there will be people watching this for their sins. So I thought, sod it, let's just go live and have a bit of a chat and all that on here. He looks really happy, Damari Gray. Looks ecstatic.
He looks so interested, doesn't he?
He looks like, I wish I was at home playing Fortnite.
I think do you know what? I think after what happened to Luke Shaw Saturday night, I think this is a big game tonight for Danny Rose to stake a claim. Luke Shaw has done very well for United to start the season. He started his England return particularly well, I thought, until the nasty head injury. So I think Danny Rose has got some doing tonight to get his place back, I think.
There's a good question here. Matty Plays, and I'm going to give him a little bit of an exclusive. And I'm going to try and make it not funny, so it doesn't end up being a meme. But he just said, "What do you think of Everton?" Now, this is a true story. I think it was my first ever football shirt was an Everton top. It was a V-neck Everton shirt, which would have been around. It said NEC on it, and it would have been around 86 maybe. And the funny story behind it is that it was my birthday, and I wanted the blue Manchester United kit, which was they had 3 kits. They had red, blue, and white, and the blue one was the 3rd kit, and it said Sharp on it. And I said to my mum, I want the blue Manchester United kit. It's a V-neck, and she came home with an Everton one. And being that age, I just wore it. But so my first ever top was an Everton top. I don't support Everton. That's not another club that can be thrown at me at all. But I would say that I quite like Everton. I supported them in the '88 Cup final because they were playing Liverpool, and I always support Everton over Liverpool. Just like probably most Liverpool fans support City over United. So there you go, a little bit of a story for you.
Yeah. Interesting facts.
Yeah, you can't hide from facts. That's the
No,
thing.
no,
You
you
know,
can't. Yeah.
keep the skeletons out your cupboard. I say, in a general sense, in relation to stories, but also in relation to if you have any real skeletons in your cupboard, don't keep them in your cupboard. You're going to get caught. But yeah, what was the first ever kit you bought, Marcus?
Oh, let's see. Oh, I think the first ever kits
And everyone in the comments,
I
get involved.
I
Be
got
brave.
was when I was about 6, 7. It was a Spurs top because my dad supported Spurs, and yeah, he got me a Spurs kit. But ever since I started getting into football, around about 10, 11, 12, it was always United for me because I started to learn the history and went to a few games as I got older. My nan supported United. My uncles were Liverpool fans, so yeah, it just went from there, and I've been United ever since. Very hard to go to the games now, what with family life and kids around and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm still United through and through, mate. Always will be.
I actually only wanted the shirt. I didn't want the full life story, but there you go. We got it anyway. Look, the game is boring, says Max Cargo. Will you react to Manchester United FIFA ratings? Well, we sort of did that a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? So we sort of know what they are, and yeah, I'm not fussed about that. I think the FIFA 19 demo is out on Thursday, which fits in perfectly because I'll finish the Goldbridge versus Mourinho thing tomorrow. Very excited for that at 1 o'clock. It all comes down to the last stream. But then looks like on Thursday we'll probably be doing some more because we'll have the FIFA 19 demo to have a little bit of go on, which is good. First kit was the Aventus one, says Ultrachlorix Bleach. There you go.
I was going to say about the FIFA 19 demo. I've heard that they've got set times for each console, and
Right.
I've read tonight that the PS4 is around 4 o'clock English time, and the Xbox One will be at about 1 p.m. English time.
So they'll get theirs 3 hours before.
Yeah, purely because the Xbox has the EA Access app, and PlayStation doesn't.
There you go.
So I think it's kind of like a couple of hours exclusivity thing for when they knock it out. But yeah, definitely Thursday, 13th.
I've got to get playing on that because obviously I want to hit it hard when it comes out, the real game. We're doing some career modes, maybe a bit of pro clubs, maybe stuff like that. But yes, I mean, Liverpool when I was growing up were a couple of my mates did support Liverpool, and the reason I don't like them is because obviously if you're a United fan, you didn't like Liverpool, but a lot of they were a very good team in the late 80s and they won virtually everything. But I didn't like them. But some of my mates did. Some of them supported them. So there we go.
Yeah. Right.
Favourite United kit? Probably. I really did. The one I didn't have all of them. I'm trying to think of some of the kits that I had. I definitely had the blue. I don't know where they all are now. I've got a couple left, but I don't know what happened with them. But I had the Sharp View Cam black one. Loved that.
Yeah.
I had the blue splattered paint, the blue with the black splattered paint. I love that. The home kits. I didn't have loads of home kits. I had the one with the strings on it. I think it was 92. I had one of the ones from about 88 as well. But they seemed to keep the kits a lot longer in those days. They didn't really used to.
They did.
Yeah,
yeah,
like maybe
definitely.
at least a couple of years you'd have a home kit for in them days. So not like now. They change one home kit one year and then the away the next, and you'd keep a kit for a couple of years. There we go. Yeah. Any Blues fans as mates? Mark, says Rory Neal. I've got to be honest. I'm going to dig out Birmingham City a little bit here. I've got no interest in Birmingham or Villa, by the way. But if I had to choose, I would go with Villa. But I don't understand why people support Birmingham over Villa. Birmingham always strike me as a club that's got no history. It must be a local thing. I think if you're South Birmingham, you're more likely to be Birmingham, whereas if you're North, you're more likely to be Villa. But I don't understand why, how it works. But there you go.
What do you think about the way the kits are designed nowadays, Mark? I mean, going back to the Nike days, as Jared would say. do you prefer the Nike kits? Do you prefer the Adidas kits? The way they're presented, the way they're detailed.
I like the Adidas kits.
Yeah.
I prefer Adidas to Nike anyway.
Other
But
way round for me.
I think what does United in a lot is the Chevrolet.
Yeah.
I think that's what affects a lot of United kits. I think if you put Sharp on a United kit, I don't even know if Sharp exists anymore as an electronics company, but I always think that Sharp was the best United sponsor because it's retro in that. And I think if you had something simplistic like Sharp on the shirt, then the Adidas kits, even the ones that look good now, would look a lot better. I think Chevrolet, because it's always going to be gold and it's always going to be quite big, it sort of defines the shirt in a way. So yeah, I do prefer Adidas. I mean, I'm wearing Adidas now. I've got more Adidas tracksuit tops because I do like Adidas. Football tops aren't really my thing anymore, but I just prefer Adidas to Nike. Sorry. If Nike want to sponsor me, I'll start wearing it though. I'm not controversial enough for Nike, I know, but I didn't realise what I'm put my hands on my head. I didn't realise what all this Nike controversy was about until I read about it at the weekends. But there you go.
Do you remember the old? I think it was green and yellow, or green and gold. The away kit.
Yes.
Going back years ago. I thought that was a really nice one. That one.
The split down the middle.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, really nice one. Who was that one done by? Was that Sharp? That one?
I mean, just thinking about them. Tyler says the black 93-4 away kit is a thing of beauty. It is. I wish for some reason. See, I blame my mum for a lot of this because I say this all the time. When I was a kid, I had He-Man. This would be worth loads now.
Yeah.
I had Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain and all the figures. Where the fuck are they now? All my Star Wars. Where the fuck is that? And I looked after my toys. I was the good boy. I played with my toys and I kept them in the boxes and stuff. And at some point in my life, they went. And that kit that Tyler's talking about there, that 93-94 one, the black with the yellow and the blue bits around the collar, Sharp view cam. It was. I know you can get them now, but I really wish I'd kept that because I've kept my physique from like 17 to now. I ain't like Marcus with a big pot belly. I am 16 years of age still. I'm Peter Pan, as I said yesterday. I am Peter Pan, and so that would still fit me, that kit. It was a medium. I wouldn't be a full kit wanker. I'd just keep the top. But I do wonder where a lot of those have gone. But I do like that kit. But just thinking about other clubs, I mean, we'll play a little game here because there's nothing going on in the England game. Liverpool, I always think of, what sponsor do you think of when you think of Liverpool, Marcus? I think it defines your age really, because if I said Candy, can you remember that, or are you more thinking Carlsberg?
Yeah, I remember John Barnes strutting his stuff with that on.
Molby and Barnes, the barrels, the big barrel boys, because it was very tight fitting with them. Yeah,
do you know what? I'd actually go with that actually. Yeah, the candy one. Yeah. That was right across the middle of the shirt, wasn't it? In like big.
It was all the way round with John Barnes, really, because it was so tight. Right. All you saw was the A and the N. I think the C and the Y were on the back. But I would go with Candy. But a lot of people would say Carlsberg, as Callum said, as Soaring says. It's an age thing. When I think of Everton, again, I think of NEC. Well done, Everton. You'd never normally be in the conversation. You've sneaked in tonight. We never normally go beyond the top 10. So well done to Everton. I'm joking. Everton would be a top 10 team.
It's like with Arsenal. You associate them with Sega for me.
Oh, yeah. See, JVC definitely with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what Arsenal kit I did like. I mean, you know what? These conversations we're having now are probably what I would hope a lot of the younger fans are talking about now, because when I was at school and stuff, yeah, you supported United, but you used to buy Match magazine and Shoot magazine, and the kits was always a big thing. And my mate had, and I have actually got a picture. This is, I would never show anybody this picture. Well, I might do just because I don't give a shit. But I have got a picture of me when I was about 15 years old in a Blackburn Rovers top, because my mate used to buy all the kits, and he turned up at training one day with the Blackburn Rovers top, which was black with red stripes, and I nicked it off him because I liked it. And I don't know where that is, but we all used to. That's all we used to do in art. Was art would be draw a picture of that bowl of fruit, and we'd all be doing our own kit designs. But there was a really nice Arsenal shirt, and I can't remember what year it was. It was yellow, but it had like these black faded diagonals in it.
Okay.
JVC. I definitely remember Merson wearing it, and I think Ian Wright as well. It was really nice, that one. But it was good. So yeah, JVC would be what I think of Arsenal. Spurs, Holston.
Holston Pools, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you associate City with?
The second division.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a sponsor, but I just cannot think of
I'll
one.
be serious. It's Brother. That's what I would.
Yeah?
Brother. I know all of these because I used to play Subbuteo and stuff. I used to know. There was a sad time when I was about 13 where I could name every single top division 11 and subs.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brother with Man City. Who else is a big team? Chelsea weren't a very big team then. Commodore, I think they had.
Yeah.
Spain are beating Croatia 3-0 apparently, called Connell.
Yeah, I think Belgium are winning as well. Someone said in the chat, I think Hazard and Lukaku scored.
Thomas Cook for City, says Tam Trainer.
Thomas Cook, yeah.
I feel like we're missing out a big team here. We've done Liverpool, we've done United, we've done Arsenal, we've done Spurs, we've done Chelsea.
Newcastle
Brown Ale for me.
Yeah.
They had that for years, didn't they?
Oh yeah, it's showing your age now, mate, thinking of all these. Oh man, so England's got a free kick here on the right hand side. That's Alexander Arnold and Danny Rose are standing over. I don't think anything's going to happen. Oh, hang on a minute. No, it's headed away by Liechtensteiner, whatever his bloody name is. Well, yeah, I'll let Jason X, Leeds.
Leeds. I know they had Thistle Hotels,
Right.
but it isn't the one I would go with. There's one was it Burton maybe with Leeds. What was Leeds' sponsor when they won the league in '92? I can think of I can picture Gordon Strachan in the kit, but I can't think that. See, Leeds. I remember when I used to play Subbuteo '92. Leeds had a really good team, good team. They had people like their midfield was amazing. They had Speed, Batty, Strachan. I've only named 3 there, but Gary McAllister. They were a good team, Leeds, dirty Leeds. But yeah, definitely. I'm tempted to say.
I can't even remember.
Burton, but I do remember them having Thistle Hotels. Forest, says Lee Newman. Well, I do. Well, I can remember what Forest's sponsor was in the late 80s because obviously I used to go and watch them. I think it was Shipstones, which was a local brewery. See, sponsors were more localised then in them days.
I think Leeds. I mean,
The Bats, says John Tommy. I remember that from '92. Yeah.
I only remember Leeds going back quite some time ago now. I don't know when it was. They had Umbro at some point in the 90s. I'm not sure if it was in the...
Yeah, that's the kit maker though, isn't it?
Yeah. Not sure who the bloody thing was in 92 though. Oh, God, that's a foul, isn't it? Surely.
Yellow card coming in here.
Yeah. He dropped something there as well, the ref. That was a bit nasty, that one, on Danny Rose.
Liechtensteiner, he is a dirty git. Arsenal player as well.
That's the lad who's like our age, isn't it?
Yeah, Arsenal fans will be celebrating that as because he's Spurs on Arsenal.
Oh, dear. So how was your day today, then?
Mixed. I was down in London yesterday, which was good, down doing the 90 minutes thing, and then I went for lunch with somebody and had a nice lunch in London, which is good. I like London. And then today, sort of like tired. I was out, very heavy night Saturday night, and it always hits you the day after. So Monday I was very tired. Then today, obviously did the FIFA at lunchtime, which went really well, and then that last game just annoyed me. And then I've been out this evening watching some football because my daughter was playing.
Okay.
And then straight into the keeper's arms, that free kick. But not a lot else. What about you?
Just usual, mate. Couple of bits and pieces I had to sort out, and I watched you on your FIFA stream thing, and went out earlier this evening for dinner. So.
I had a little bit of a Twitter battle with a certain Arsenal fan as well, which I found quite funny.
Oh yes, I see you deleted the tweets.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
I've left mine up. I never understand that. Like in general sense, I never understand that, and it's not something I've seen for quite a while. Where you get into an argument with somebody and then you delete your tweets, but he hasn't messaged me to say sorry or anything like that. He's just deleted his tweets, so it's obviously like he realizes he's made himself look an idiot, so he's deleting his tweets. I've left mine up. I find the whole beef embarrassing, but the reality is he goes very, very personal very, very quickly. He loves to give out banter. But then he gets one comment back, and it's like, I'm going to go really personal. And it's like, what if I know something really personal about him? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But I would never do it, because it's like, grow up. It's about a bloody football match. But,
I did notice there was quite a personal tweet.
The thing is, he's deleted it now. But basically, obviously, my previous job, he said I got sacked from it, which, no one believes anything on Twitter. I tweeted out today, and I'll say it to anybody who's watching here today who's not a United fan, or if you are a United fan, look, Twitter's not the place to say thanks to everyone for being nice. But over the last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of abuse there, but there's been a lot of nice stuff written there. So I would thank anybody who's done that. And I don't know whether I said it on 90 Minutes yesterday, because I had a chat. We were talking about 20 minutes before I went live. And I've always been very passionate about Manchester United and I hate Liverpool and this, that and the other, but it's a rivalry. And I think what I've learnt over the last couple of weeks is that within the United fan base, there are people who are quite toxic. They're just they're very I'm a top red, and they hate anybody else. And they're United fans. They're from the support of the club that I love. So there are bad people within the club that I support. And then on the other hand, there are people who support clubs that I don't like, who are good people. And what I've learnt over the last week or two, a certain month or so, is that rivals don't have to be enemies. There will be Liverpool fans that I get on with, and there'll be United fans who I can't stand. So being so blinkered to say, well, you're a Liverpool fan, I don't like you, is wrong. The rivalry is very real. I want Liverpool to lose every week, like Liverpool want me to lose every week as a United fan. But actually, there are a lot of good fans out there for all different clubs, and I've sort of seen that over the last month or so, which has been nice. So I think every day's a school day, and that's been good to see.
He strikes. I mean, I don't know much about the guy, but he strikes me as a lad who's very easily triggered. I think
he gets a lot of abuse. He gets a lot of abuse, and as somebody who gets a lot of abuse, I can empathise and sympathise with that. But I think that he likes to give banter out, as do I. I don't abuse people on everything I say to anybody, and I do. Apparently, I get something called a W quite a lot. I get more W's than L's.
What's a W then?
I think it's a win.
Right. Okay.
But when I get a win, it's not like I did one the other week where somebody was calling me a pedo or something like that. I looked at their profile picture and he was playing chess, so I called him a chess wanker. And loads of people liked it. But that's just it's banter back, isn't it? And I almost, if somebody's giving you, if somebody's calling you a virgin and then you look at their profile picture and they look, like they've never seen a fanny in their life, they're going to get some back, aren't they? That's just life, but it is banter. But there you go. But Lee Newman says DT gets abuse off Arsenal fans. I get a lot of abuse off United fans. That's what I'm trying to say. I think that the football Twitter thing can be quite abusive and childish, and there's an element of bullying in it. But actually, the concept is very, very good. You don't have to not get on with each other just because you support a different club. So, I think there's a lot of good banter and stuff that goes on out there, and there's some really good stuff that goes on. But sometimes it just goes on a little bit too much.
There's no reason for it to get so personal, though.
Switzerland have gone up a level here. Butland's made a couple of saves. Well, I'm doing a mean tweets on my channel on Friday, so that's going to be fun.
Oh,
all I would say as a spoiler is the one who phoned in last night on the Skype show is going to get absolutely rinsed. He's going to wish he never did it. he's going to wish he never did it. Because these people Skype in. And when I click on their name, I know what the name is, and I know a lot about that person if they're stupid enough to have done certain things. So that's going to be a good mean tweets on my channel on Friday.
Are you on about the first call or the second?
The one who's going to break my legs.
Right, the first one. Okay, yeah. The
second one was about 5. I think. I think he was just happy to be having someone listen to him. Xhaka is boss in the midfield as transfer zone. That's how bad it is. But then again, the England midfield is pretty bad, isn't it? It's got Fabian Delph in it.
Right. Ricardo Fidalgo says, "FD haters, Mark, you're a legend in my eyes. Don't forget to send me the tenner." Made a bet, have you?
No. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I don't know what somebody was just saying, when are you playing Arsenal Fan TV at football? Now, the concept of this is that, we're just going to play a game of football. And my stance is, I think there's something behind this from the Arsenal Fan TV point of view, because they have had trials. They had people coming all around the world last year to play for Arsenal Fan TV. And I think they are trying to start a team a bit like maybe #United. They're taking it very seriously. For us, we're just going to get about 15 players together who are United fans, who are also going to have... Well, Marcus wants to come along as well, but I'm going to play touching 40, and Flex and Rant. So at least, and maybe I think Ross wants to come as well. So that's 4 or 5 people who actually are regularly on the channel. That's our idea behind this. We're probably going to turn up, I think. You're going to find Robbie, Troops, DT gobbing off on the touchline, and 11 kids who are probably aged between 20 and 25 playing at a high standard, wiping the floor with us. Now, that's not United Stand versus Arsenal Fan TV as far as I'm concerned. And if that's what they do, then, it's going to be a battering, isn't it? But what I feel really should happen is that they should be, at least 2 or 3 of their regulars, of which they have loads, should be on that football pitch. That's what people want to see. That's what I think people want to see. And that's what it should be about. Whether that materialises or not, I don't know. I personally don't think some of their regulars could walk up the stairs without passing out. So it's, but we'll see.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It should be channel against channel, not representative.
I mean, really, it should be a 5-a-side game.
That's what it should be. Is it 11 aside?
It's 11 aside,
yeah. Cool. Good. I think, cool. That was close. Goalie didn't know whether to come or stick there, Butland. But, yeah, good. I mean, do you know where it's going to be based yet? I mean, obviously, I would have thought it would have been in London.
I think it is in London, yeah. I think I know what the date is. It's the end of October, so I don't know whether it's going to be open to the public for them to go and watch or anything like that. I don't know whether people would want to do that, but apparently I'm going to get my legs broken. But that's a really good idea, isn't it? I mean, imagine. I think my lawyer's going to have a field day if I get my legs broken, considering there's been 2 tweets by that person saying they're going to do it. I think I'll be a very rich man if that did happen. And obviously, it's all bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And as I say, I'm not intimidated. I enjoy the build-up and the bit of banter. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, I don't know much about him, but he's going a bit too far, I think, in my eyes. It's a friendly game. Yeah, there's going to be acts of a bit of seriousness to it. We both channels want to win and that, but there's no need for all the personal abuse and stuff. So I think
I'm not. It's the end of the day. I'm not. I just think maybe he's just deleted them because he realised he got a bit hot-headed about it. So I ain't got a problem with the lad really. It's all a bit of. I'm looking forward to having the game. I'm looking forward to playing the game. I believe it's a Sunday at 5:00 around October the 21st.
okay.
That's what I believe.
Is that an international break?
No, I think United are actually playing Chelsea on the Saturday. So I presume Arsenal are playing on the Saturday as well.
Okay. Right, okay. Yeah, I'll say, I mean, just let me know, mate. I'll be there, you know that. Not a problem. All I need to know is that it's definitely going ahead. So, yeah.
For your benefit, it's in Scotland on that same day at 5:00.
It's such a pain in the arse to me, man. Fucking pain.
I'm I'm nowhere near your arse, mate. Trust me.
And anyway, you're on about my pot belly. We saw each other last week, and you ain't far off
I
either
know.
yourself.
I have got to get
Right?
on the old.
Yeah.
I am actually. I shouldn't talk about DT getting on the treadmill because I've got to do it. I've got to do it. I've got about 6 weeks, but as you can see, that's my training. I can't. England nearly scored here. Side netting, good save.
You seem to. I was quite shocked how tall you was. Tuesday. I'd totally forgotten. I thought you was quite shorter last time I saw you in London, but
6'5".
yeah, quite tall, isn't you? But
No, I'm not 6'5". I'm 6 foot.
Rashford was that what? No, Welbeck, nearly.
Anyway, remember, subscribe to this channel if you're new. It's not the Mark Goldbridge channel. It's not the United Stand. It's That's Football. We've not had anything on here for a couple of months because we were doing stuff around the World Cup. But we will be doing Champions League watch-alongs and things like that.
So George Kyle says, Marcus, I'll be carrying you on the football field like I do. Yeah, right, Kyle. Whatever you say. Always in my shadow.
The Real X-Rated 246 said you should demand some respect after the match. Look, I'm going to be totally honest with you. We'll give it 100% in that game. But what you will get is I will play 90 minutes. Flex will play 90 minutes. Rants will play 90 minutes. Marcus will play 90 seconds. But no, seriously, I probably won't play 90 minutes. But you know what I mean? I will play. The aim is to get fit enough to play most of the game. Because I believe that when it's a fan channel against a fan channel, it's not a fan channel against a fan channel when you've got the big Billy Big Bollocks gobby people stood on the touchline shouting out their orders. That you may as well be watching Arsenal. That's what you're famous for. Get on the bloody pitch. If it's a fan channel against a fan channel, you've got to have the people on the pitch. You can't then moan, yeah, but I'm overweight and shit. Bollocks. That's what you are. Your channel is about what you are. So get on the pitch. That's what people want to see. And I can't help it, Some of the people they've got are probably in their mid-20s. I'm not. So, I think that's what it's about. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think what will happen is we'll turn up there and they will be more of a, we're Arsenal fan TV because we're Arsenal fans, but none of them have ever been on the show. And for me, that's an Arsenal fan 11. That's not Arsenal fan TV. Whereas United Stand, we are going to have people playing in that match who are on the channel. So I think that they probably will win. But we will keep to the terms of what we think it should be about, really.
We will give a good account of ourselves, and come the end of the 90 minutes, they will know they've been in the game. That I can guarantee. Because I don't think anyone who wants to be involved with this game wants to lose and lose badly. So I would expect everyone from the United Stand who's involved in the match to give 110%. I mean, that's just the way that I would look at it. But I'm
Marcus, it's not the bloody World Cup final here. It's like, I'm getting pumped up here. We're going to war.
Too right. You're going to play, mate. You play to win. We're not going there to make up numbers and to get embarrassed.
I seriously haven't played an 11-side match in about, a long time. I packed up playing 11-side football when I was about 28. So I've played a lot of 5-a-side, but I haven't played an 11-side match.
We'll be all right. What we got? Like 6 weeks? We'll be fine. Plenty of time, mate. I just have to cut down on the donuts, I think, for a couple of weeks. That's
you can be the ball boy.
I'm looking forward to your team speech before the game. I'm really. Well,
I won't be doing it during the game because every bit of energy I've got is going to need to be in my lungs for running. I won't have anything to say. Crap corner there. We're nearly at half time.
No, Michael, I'm not a number 9, mate. I'm a right back. And no, George, I'm not peeling the oranges. Not at all. So, who fit long ball? That's probably how we'll end up playing, actually. But where do you play, Mark? You used to play centre back, wasn't it?
Yeah. I used to be a bit of a centre back, and in my younger days, I was more of a box to box midfielder, straight winger. I could do everything, me, as many people can imagine. You name it. I'm 2-footed. I can do anything. Not anymore, but I could. I wasn't bad in goal, actually. I just hated being in goal because you don't feel involved.
It gets a bit lonely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But if they're as good as they say they are, I think the goalie's going to be really busy. Oh, good ball. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. So, I mean,
I don't,
England...
Tam, I mean, Robbie is a top bloke. Robbie's not involved in this conversation at all. I don't think for 1 minute Robbie will play even a minute. I don't think that's going to happen at all.
Does he not usually do this sort of stuff then?
No.
He just comes to promote it and because it's his channel?
No, I think he'll be on the touchline as the manager sort of thing. I don't expect Robbie to be involved at all.
Oh, deflected shot there by Loftus-Cheek.
Lazy, what channel is the game on? Well, it is an invite from Arsenal Fan TV. I've got a funny feeling it might be for some app that they're on, Blood Brothers or something. I mean, they do all sorts of stuff, don't they? I mean, they're on a different level to every fan channel at the moment. I mean, Robbie's got his Channel 4 programme back as well. You can't knock what they've achieved. It's amazing, but I don't know. We've had the invite to play the game, so I don't know what happens. Personally, I would like a video for the United stand where we put it up on our channel, but I don't know what the deal is with it, to be honest. Which is why I'm saying, there is a date being given, but it might, if it's just shot over the bar from Switzerland, if it's just a bloody vehicle for them to put it on an exclusive platform and we don't have any creative control in it, then I don't know whether we'll do it, but there we go. I hope to do it. It'd be a shame not to do it.
It would be, yeah. I mean, publicity for both channels, isn't it? And
I am better than Phil Jones as Man United, but I am better than Phil Jones. You're right, but most people are.
Do you reckon Flex could have a word with Marouane and get him in for us?
Oh, Sophie's in the live comments, actually. Very good point, yeah. Sophie. I think you should be playing. Me and Flex were talking about this last week. I think you should play, definitely. 100%.
Yeah.
I think that's a very good idea. And I think if you've got any United fans who play for your team, they should play as well. I think that's a fantastic good idea that me and Flex had already discussed anyway. You're probably going to be better than me, to be honest. So you're certainly going to be better than Marcus. So yes, definitely.
Why am I always the scapegoat you? Why can't
you're
you
the sidekick, can't you? It's a bit like. Well, no, there's no Deadwood actually. I was going to say Anton Deck, but we're a bit more like the rest in peace Chuckle Brothers.
I'm glad you refrained from that.
What?
No, the Deadwood. Classing me as Deadwood. But yeah, so Sophie's pretty good, isn't she? I mean, she plays for a team and everything.
Allegedly, yeah. Could all be a lie. Could be, but no, I'm joking. Yeah, it'd be good. It would be good. I think that's a really good idea. The only trouble you've got, Sophie, is you play on a Sunday, so that might preclude you from it. Which is, I'm pretty sure it's the 21st of October at 5:00. Because women's football tends to be on a Sunday.
I've got a few people on my side in the comments, not liking the abuse that I'm getting. So that's good. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Matthew McFadden says 500 likes and Paul from the fan cams plays. I don't think we'll get 500 likes, Matthew, because we've only got 500. I say only. I mean, we haven't done a stream on this channel for a while. We've got 550 people watching. I'd like Paul to come down and be on the touchline at least, even if he's not going to play. I think him on the touchline would be great. Slating me as I'm struggling to get back from a corner. Goldbridge! Fucking Goldbridge! I think he might be back on the fan cams this week as well, which would be nice. Oh, we better win.
Well, do you know what? I don't see any reason why not. I really don't. I don't see it. You're only as good as you are. Who wants it most at the end of the day? They'll be going into it thinking they're going to steamroll us and that's it.
I'm talking about Watford United,
Oh, right, sorry. I thought you were on about I thought you were still on about the actual match. But Watford United, I fancy United to win that.
They need to win it. They need to win it. I think they've got two difficult games Watford and Wolves. I think Wolves will give a good account of themselves at Old Trafford as well. But United need to get 6 points from that.
Sam, you need to make your mind up, mate. I was 86 just now. Now I'm 76. So which one is it going to be? Oh, Michael, I don't think that's going to happen. What? Sounding interesting comment. Kev from the Van Camps. Any chance?
Nah, wouldn't have thought
No?
so. It doesn't strike me as a footballer. Then again, neither do you. So, which is another reason you can only have so much deadwood on a football pitch.
Listen, look, I come on here out of generosity for you, right?
You don't. You come on here to promote your channel, but you never do it.
No, I don't. I don't want to. I don't come on here for that. I come on here to keep you company and talk to the comments and have some fun, man.
Have you
It's
even
nice
got a channel anymore?
a part-time channel, yeah, periodically, but I don't really use it as much now. I'm not really into it like I was. So yeah, I just if I do something on there, I'll do it. I don't set a
New
date or
Predator
time.
film.
Yeah, yeah.
Your
So
man from Narcos is in it.
yeah, apparently it's supposed to be a really good movie as well.
2 Predators.
The review for the Halloween movie, the new one, went up today, and IGN scored it 9 out of 10, saying it's just as good as the original.
So many of them. There's so many of them now, though, and you can't even follow the canon, can you? Because they just sort of contradict each other.
I think this one is a direct. Didn't they say it's like a direct? It's somehow a direct sequel to the second one. It's almost as if the third Halloween film that didn't have Michael Myers in never existed. So they've gone straight to the second one. But yeah, got IGN rated it 9 out of 10, saying it's just as good as the original. For a horror film, it's absolutely fantastic. So
See, I don't
looking
like
forward
horror
to
films.
October 12th. It comes out. And in case you're interested, mate, Solo comes out. Is it next week or the week after?
I still haven't watched it. Everyone, I get mixed things on that. I haven't watched The Last Jedi, other than the time I watched it in the cinema, which is unheard of for me. Jared Pesserman says, "Here's a super chat for the best stream of the year. Thanks. I didn't know we were doing that well." And get the podcast lot in the team as well. Look, we've got to get some good players in, Josh. I mean, we could get up to 10 with people involved in the channel, but we'd get battered. They have got some. They had trials to play for Arsenal Fan TV. People flew in from all over the world. They did a video on it a year ago. They have got a team that plays quite regularly, and they're good players. They're good players. So if we just put 11 players out who have been on the United stand, we would get pummeled probably about 50-0. So we do need to get some good players involved. But what I'm saying is, there has to be a mix of that as well. People who are involved with the channel should definitely be on the pitch. But we're going to have some good players on there as well, who would have to be United fans.
I don't think that's going to be a problem, mate.
Sebastian Sugler says, "Please let me know if it's weird that I'm into fat women." Hey, mate, everybody's into different things. Everyone's into different things. Don't be afraid to, have an opinion. Probably don't shout it out too much, but, not weird. Who would want to play for Arsenal Fan TV, Stuart Collins? I would imagine Arsenal fans.
Oh, Rodney, nice to see you again.
Some of their players play against Arsenal legends too, says Richard. Exactly. I mean, it's... Yeah, I'm going to get absolutely... when you're playing against players who play at a very good level, it's difficult, isn't it? But, yeah. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera.
It's all right playing at a good level, mate, but will they have the passion to win it on the day? All right? So it doesn't matter where it's like where I was a few years ago. Everyone seemed to make a big deal about the word trials. Now, to me, trials don't mean shit. Doesn't mean nothing. All right, trials is just a word of failure for me. So it doesn't matter at all whether these players have had trials for whoever and wherever. Do they play for them? Probably not. Do they play professionally? Probably not. So it doesn't matter. It will all come down to passion. And I have a feeling that our team will be a lot more passionate than theirs. So let them run their mouth and we'll see what happens on the day.
We will be getting kits, Callum, Forsyth. We can't just play in our skins.
Well, that's interesting then. Who's doing that then?
Oh, I'll have to sort it, won't I?
I thought we were just played in United tops, actually.
Nah, we'll get a proper kit with the logo on it. Then if we ever play again, we can do it.
Oh, dear.
Would you play other United channels? I don't imagine any of them not getting a football kit on either. I think it's pretty much like Arsenal Fan TV. It's bloody heart attack time, isn't it? If some of them start running around. Anyway, enough of them. Kylie, I would Roy Keane you, says Ed Woodward. I don't know what's going on there. Where's the game, says Scar Ribber? Well, mate, no one wants the game on, to be honest. It's not even that interesting.
That'd be good. Look, Matthew's put a good comment in here. Draw in Matthew to design the kit.
Yeah, but you don't want to spend thousands on it, do you? Just go and get 11 crap tops from Poundland or something like that. I'll draw it on. I roughly know what it is. I've got a black marker pen.
It'd be cheaper to just buy some bibs, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh dear. It's, who gets number 7? Marcus, will you take 27 or 30? I would take. Well, my lucky number.
He can
13,
take what he gets.
Yeah.
In fact, we probably only have enough shirts for the first 11, so he can have one of the sweaty ones when he comes on in the last minute, just as like when the game's over, really, and it's like on you come, just for a little bit of a clap to say that you actually did play.
I'm so going to video you doing the team talk, mate, before the game, and I'm going to stick that up on my channel because I don't think you've got it in you to do a rousing team talk.
Whatever.
I don't think you have. Honestly, I really don't. You come across as too nice and Nancy-ish.
Well, I'll happily do it. It ain't just going to be a team talk, mate. It's going to be tactics. It's going to be formations. It's not about go out there and enjoy yourself. Sod all that. You'd be subbed. You know, I've got roles. My fullbacks have got to move on past the wide players. We're going to play with width. We're going to play the Goldbridge way, which is ingrained in me from the United way. And I like width. Nobody plays with width. I'm going to play with width. See, I'm even giving away tactics now, but that's all I'm going to do. That's all you're getting. We will play with width. Gaming YouTube YTT says, Mark, thoughts on Jose tripping over at Wembley? I thought it was really sad, Marcus. What did you think? I just felt, I don't know whether Mourinho should be manager of United or not long term, but when he fell over, I just felt really sorry for him. I thought, he's going to get ridiculed for that, and I just thought, I don't like it. He's an old man at the end of the day. I mean, he's not much older than me, but he's into his 50s and he trips over a rope and everyone's taking the piss out of him. And I just thought, when you see somebody at their most vulnerable, I tend to feel sorry for them. So I felt sorry for Mourinho there because, he's a man of, he's his biggest fan, isn't he? It's all about Mourinho. You fall on your arse in front of the world, there's nowhere to hide, is there? But so I did feel quite sorry for him.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm with you, mate. It just seems like the world's against him at the minute, or the whole, well, not the whole United fan base, but the majority of it just seems to be against him. And when things aren't going right, they're not going right at all, are they? So very unlucky for him to trip over that. And,
somebody just said there it was hilarious, and they're clearly a fan of another club. And I've got to be honest, if I saw Klopp doing it, actually, if he smashed his teeth, it'd probably do him a favour. But if I saw Klopp doing it, I'd probably have a little bit of a giggle. But on the other hand, if I saw Wenger do it last year, I wouldn't laugh because he's an old man. It's like,
Yeah.
But, it's not a serious message I'm putting out there. I'm not saying don't laugh at Mourinho falling over. Each to their own. My interpretation was it. I felt quite sorry for him.
No, my name don't get bullied at bingo, Adam. She ain't around no more, but thanks for the comment.
Yeah, a bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
Big Boy says, who do you think is the best Manchester United channel after the United Stand? Well, I'm going to be totally honest about this. I ain't got no problems telling you the truth. The best Manchester United fan channel after the United Stand is the Mark Goldbridge live stream channel. Easily. So there you go. There's your answer.
Yeah.
And then in third place, I'd probably say... have you got a channel, Marcus?
No, mate.
No, so it can't be you.
No.
So,
You know what I watch on YouTube. I showed you the other day.
it's not legal. I can't shout that out. The good thing about this stream tonight is all these people who do the memes of me, we've probably given them about endless material tonight, but nobody will be bloody watching it. It's great. So it's nice actually to be in sort of I wouldn't say a secret room, but we're in an area where people won't know we are, and so they won't be able to pull off all this stuff, which is good. It's a nice little community on That's Football, so make sure you subscribe if you're new. Yeah, I'd say the hairdryer treatment as well, Rishib. Yeah, Sophie does talk about United, so that'll do, third.
Oh, is that Sophie's channel, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh. Look at that.
The Gaming UITT. Mark Goldbridge, you thinking of going into any England Nation League games? That's a bit like saying to me, Mark Goldbridge, are you thinking about putting your head in a blender? No, I'm not. Not going to any Nation Leagues games. Carrick Fan's a good channel as well, Edward, would I agree? I do like Carrick Fan.
Apparently you got a beautiful left eye, says Chenko.
Yeah, I've got a lazy left eye. If you watch me enough on streams, you'll see me squinting. I've always had a lazy eye on the left-hand side.
Oh, you ain't going to be seeing 2 balls then at the end of October, are you?
What are you doing to me now? That's abuse. Get locked off to that. Two balls. No, I'm not. Stop flirting on live channels. He's already talked about one up the bum. Painful arse. Now he's talking about me seeing 2 balls. This is... Oh, God, it's making me feel all sick. The score is 0-0, I believe. Connor Midgley. I believe it is 1-0.
Yes. Let's talk about your gaming channel then, Mark. I mean, what's your plans for it? Obviously, the FIFA, the 19. You're doing 18 at the minute.
Is this like one of these plugs for my channel that I told you to do that I've got that we make it look natural? Wow, it's interesting. No, this is natural. That channel is not meant to be a gaming channel. The Goldbridge live stream channel is not meant to be a gaming channel. Actually, it's just because of what I'm doing at the moment with the FIFA thing. But actually, that channel is meant to be live and raw. And it's like if things happen in the world of football, or I want to go live and speak about stuff that I can't do on the United Stand, I'll just do it off my phone and go live. So that's what that channel's for, really. But the FIFA thing's been quite fun. I never thought I would be going to the end. So basically, if people aren't aware, I'm sure a lot of you are, I've been doing a Goldbridge versus Mourinho FIFA challenge involving last season, and my challenge was to pick the same teams that Jose did and beat his points tally, which is ridiculous because I did one a few months ago where I picked my team and bought my own players and didn't get near it. But with this one, I've done his teams and I have got an opportunity tomorrow to beat his points tally. And win the Europa League. So I've enjoyed that. But it's caught me by surprise because that's not what that channel's really meant to be. But FIFA can't go on the United Stand anyway. We've tried that in the past. It just doesn't work. So at least I can do some stuff on there. But I like Formula 1. I want to go back to doing some Formula 1 stuff as well. So that is just going to be very much my channel. There's more to Goldbridge than this. And there's more to me than there is... United Stand, so that's what that channel's all about. So I'll just, like the mean tweet stuff, you'd never do that on the United Stand because I'm quite rude to the people who are rude to me, but that Goldbridge channel is for stuff like that.
Yeah, but, I mean, I know a couple of people have mentioned it. They mentioned it today on the stream as well about the PES 19. You ever thought about trying that? Or Football Manager? I mean, if you're liking FIFA and you're liking the way you set up your tactics and stuff, I really thought Football Manager would have been an absolute certainty for you.
I'm just going to reply to somebody here because the name is Thogden, who's got their own channel. And I've actually seen this channel before. I really like some of the stuff he does, some of the vlogs. So he says it's nice of him to pop onto the channel. It's always nice. You never know whether it's genuinely them or not, but I have just clicked and it is. So he says, what do you do when someone gives you hate? Look, you know what? It's a very serious question. I don't want to be too serious about it, but I call myself Batfink because people won't know who that is, but he had wings of steel or rhino skin and stuff like that. But not everybody is able to deal with hate, and that's why I'm very passionate about some of the stuff I put out on Twitter about bullies and stuff. And people always message me and say, how you doing, Mark? Hope you're feeling well, and this, that, and the other. And it isn't actually to do with me. If I actually felt really depressed or bullied or anything like that, the last thing I would do is put a tweet out, because that's not my personality. I'd go into myself, I'd go quiet, I wouldn't put it out on social media. So when I'm talking about bullies and stuff like that, I'm putting a general message out that I hate it. And some of the stuff that I say may be relevant to what happens to me, but it's more of a general sense to try and get people to understand that it's not acceptable. As for dealing with hate, people deal with it different ways. I know people on social media who, if someone calls them a bad name, it really upsets them, and that's just one tweet. I know people who can get loads and loads of abuse, and they can just, I wouldn't say shrug it off, but they can deal with it. And that's the thing, everybody's different, and you can take that back to football. Like, Martial, I think, needs an arm around his shoulder. Fellaini probably just needs to go to run through that brick wall. Everybody's different, and I think that's the thing. So how I deal with hate is probably different to how anybody else would deal with hate. But remember, I've done a professional job when I was in policing, where you really do get a lot of abuse, and that was easy because you basically say, well, it's not against me, it's about what I am and what I represent. That's easy. When you get an abuse for doing this sort of thing, it's a bit different. Obviously, people give me abuse because they see me, so it's very, very personal. But what I would say is ignore the haters. There's some really good, repetitive things that I'm about to say that are true. Ignore the haters. Some of them are bitter, some of them are jealous, some of them are just bad, evil people. Some of them are lonely victims themselves who attack others because they're so fed up with their own lives. But I think ignore the haters is a good thing, and actually if you're doing something good like he does with his channel, then you are going to get haters. If you're not getting haters, then you're probably not that successful, because that's just life, isn't it? I can't think of anybody or any celebrity that's 100% liked. I mean, I remember my mum, Emma Bunton in the Spice Girls is pretty inoffensive and a nice girl. My mum couldn't stand her, and I could never understand why. Because there's no reason, she's not done anything wrong to anybody, but that's what I mean. Even the nicest people, some people would just hate them. Oh, they're too nice. You know what I mean? So, you're always going to get it. To some extent, people are always going to get it.
So, I mean, you've been taking this abuse, though, for quite some time now, hasn't it? I mean, did it start before United Stand, or did it start because of,
No,
who you
I didn't
was
walk down the street and have people calling me names, that's not what happened, but... you put yourself out there, you've got to expect some of it. I do agree with that. You can't, if you make the choice, because it'd be very easy if I could just go tomorrow, or anybody could go tomorrow, I don't need this, you switch it off. If it's so bad, switch it off and don't face it anymore. So I continue to do it, and I think most people would continue to do it. And I don't think you can say, oh, the abuse is terrible, but I'm going to carry on doing it anyway. You've got to be able to deal with a certain element of abuse. You've got to. I do agree with that, but some of it does go too far. There's a wider context. It's still 0-0, by the way. There's a wider context to it for certain, but I think my big issue is that there's stuff said on social media that should never be allowed to be said. You can call someone a knobhead. I ain't got a problem with that. You're a knobhead, you're a prick, whatever like that. But some stuff that is allowed to be said, especially on Twitter, should not be allowed to be said. Twitter should be banning people for that, but they don't. There's a lot of stuff you can say on Twitter that is vile, that won't get you banned, and that's the problem. And I think if that changes, things will start to pick up. But you can't. Freedom of speech is important. You can't stop somebody saying Goldbridge is full of shit and he's a dickhead. I ain't got a problem with that. That's just an opinion. But it's the vile stuff is just too far.
So what advice would you give for people then? I mean, seeing as you've experienced it firsthand, all the abuse, constant abuse daily. I mean, what advice would you give to people?
My advice would be, if you are one of those people who are quite sensitive to criticism, don't do it. Don't come into this world. If you're somebody who is quite thick-skinned and you don't like bullies, and you're not going to sit down when people have a pop at you, it's going to make you want to do it even more because you believe in it, then you've already answered your own question there. It comes down to your personality. It really does. I think if you are somebody who's going to suffer with it, don't do it, and you won't do it. But if you're somebody who's like, you know what, I ain't going to be, I'm not going to be stopped doing something I want to do by people who are effectively bullies, then you've already got that mindset anyway.
So I've got to ask this, right, because I've always wondered this myself, and a couple of people in the comments have said it as well. Why don't you just block and filter out the words that you don't want to see?
Because you can't do that on Twitter.
Okay.
Well, you can, but it doesn't stop the people doing it. So actually, you're better off not blocking the words out, so that when they appear on your timeline, you just block the person. So I could block everyone calling me a knobhead on Twitter, and I'd never see it, but they'd still be on my timeline. I just wouldn't see it. But if I don't block that word, I can see it, and then I just block that person, and that's how you deal with it on that. On YouTube, it's different. You can filter out certain words that nobody can put certain words into the live comments, and on YouTube that's quite a good thing. But on Twitter, it's a bit different. You can't. On Twitter, you can put a tweet out, and you can't stop somebody replying to your tweet. And you can't delete a reply. Whereas on YouTube, if you put a comment on a YouTube video and somebody replies with something vile, you can delete it because it's your channel. But on Twitter, even though it's your account tweeting something, if somebody puts something below it, you can't delete that.
Right, okay. So it still shows the thread?
Yeah, unless they're blocked.
Okay.
If they're blocked, they don't see your tweets.
Okay, right. Makes a bit more sense. See you later, Durrani.
Yeah, I'm going to pop off anyway, but Marcus is going to stay on for a little bit, and then I'll pop back in a few minutes. I've just got to go and do some stuff. I mean, how long we've got left? About 4. Are you happy to do that, Marcus?
Yeah, it's fine. People don't mind. Yeah, it's not a problem. Just over half hour left, so yeah, go for it.
All right, I'll be back in a few minutes, everybody.
Okay.
Make sure I just mute the right person here. Hello. Yeah, okay, that's me.
Yeah. All right. See you in a bit. Okay, so just me and you then, guys. Let's go for it.
Come on.
Any questions then? And I shall do my best to answer them. But at the minute, it's still 0-0 in the England-Switzerland game. Just gone past the 53-minute mark, and England have a corner on the left-hand side. Let's have a look. United Prodigy. People that have the neck to go on someone's wall and say horrible stuff will never be lucky in their life. They are Sado's basement keyboard warriors. Totally agree. I think it takes a big man, doesn't it, to abuse someone on social media and with a keyboard and stuff. The game in YTT, Marcus, guessing this is a common question. Myself, a United fan, and don't think Jose should leave and think Ed Woodward should go. What are your thoughts? Should Mourinho go? Jordan, yeah, I do like Jurassic Park, yeah. Thoughts on Mourinho and Ed Woodward? I think, hang on, was that a goal then by England or was that offside? I will answer that question, just give me a second. Rashford's put it in the net. I think that's a goal. So yeah, 1-0 to England. Yeah, sorry, I was reading the question and the goal happened. Always the way. Yeah, I think Mourinho, right place, right time. He steadied the ship. I think he's probably got this team as far as he can go with another significant investment in the team in terms of money. So yeah, Rashford did score, Stuart. Yeah, it was Rashford who put the cross in. It came in from the right. So I'm going to say, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was that Trent Arnold lad. Am I from Manchester? Do I sound like it, Ryan? No, I'm not. London, mate, East End. Michael says I do a good job, and I say, oh, cheers, mate, thank you. Well, I don't know how long he's going to leave me on my own for, so keep firing in questions and stuff. There's a Switzerland player down at the minute, just inside the Swiss half. Can't tell who it is. I'm not very well educated on the Swiss team. I only know a couple of them. Marcus, who's my commentary buddy for TUS match? I'm probably going to say Kylie here, to be honest. Dear, where's Mark? Mark has just gone for a bathroom break, I think. He's gone to do something. He'll be back in a tick. Don't panic. What made you support United then, Ryan? My nan. My nan was a United supporter all through the Busby Babes and Duncan Edwards and all that lot, you know, and my uncles were Liverpool supporters. My mum was a United supporter because of her mum being a United supporter. And, you know, it just went from there. When I started getting into football around 10, between the ages of 10 to 12, I started playing for the school. And, yeah, it just, you know, it was just United, always United for me. Never anyone else. What's my channel called? Colin. I've not really got a channel, mate. Not really. It's nothing major. Do I like Shawshank? Shawshank Redemption, Jordan? Is that what you're on about in the movie? If so, then yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I need to stand up to Mark. It's all right, Stuart. It's all right. Yes, Jared, I will be on after, mate. Yes, I will be on after. Marcus, is it weird that I'm into fat women? Says Sebastian. No, like Mark said, I don't think so. You know, some people have weird fetishes, don't they? It's part of life, I suppose. What's your prediction for Spurs Liverpool? That Tabish, I think that's your name, is it? Tabish Arshad. I am going to go with. Well, I suppose it would be wrong to go for a Liverpool win, wouldn't it? So I'm going to go for a Spurs win. Seeing as Spurs are the home team, yeah, I'm going to go for a Spurs win there. I think they are a team that can derail Liverpool. I think, especially when they're playing at home as well. And if Harry Kane's on fire, I think, yeah, I'd quite fancy Spurs to do that. I'm sorry for saying your name gets bullied. That's all right, Adam. It's all right. Just, you know, I told you, like, she's not around. She's dead. What celeb do I look like? People say, Peter, that if I had a plaster across the top of my nose, I would be a spitting image of Robbie Fowler. Laurent Blanc would be a good shout. Yes. So, I mean, I know this is a recurring question, but if you've got the choice, so the obvious choices are Blanc and Zidane to take over from Mourinho. Which one would you go for? Because I think, for me, I think it's got to be Zidane. I think the 3 Champions Leagues you can't really pass up. So for me, it's Zidane. What about you guys, Blanc or Zidane? What are your thoughts? Mourinho should go. Yeah, I don't look like Brad Pitt, Carly. Not at all. Right, dear, how you doing? I'm do you know what? I'm so excited for this game. I'm really excited for this game against this other channel. Really excited. Jared, obvious choice is Eddie Howe, is it, Jared? Ryan Gosling. Oh, cheers, Ed. Mind you, Ed, you have seen me, didn't you? You have seen me. So, yeah. Where do I live? I live about 30 to 40 miles away from Norwich. I mean, when I wake up in the morning, I see fields, and the birds that are around my house are seagulls. And that's no lie. So I'm in a very, very quiet area of England. I think it's like gigs for me, Marcus, says Michael. That's a big Sam United confirmed. I think we're in trouble, mate. 1 Liverpool, if that happens. Is it being filmed, a match? I hope so, Nathan. I do hope so. How is Blanc even a choice? I don't get it. Well, he's not got a job at the minute, is he, Gray? So I think he's the obvious choice. So England making subs here. Harry Kane's coming on. Lingard's coming on. John Stones is coming on as well. So I'll just confirm who's coming off, and I will. Thank you for the show. And fine. That's right, no problem. Marcus versus Robbie Panner match. Oh, don't know about that. You're definitely playing. Evie, I'm definitely playing in the match, mate. Nothing will stop me. Unless I'm in a wheelchair. That's the only thing that will stop me. So Lingard's come on for Loftus-Cheek. That's the first change. Just waiting for the second one. John Stones is coming on for Maguire, I think it is, number 5. Is that Maguire? I would have thought so. No, it's not. Oh, I thought Maguire was number 5. No, right. John Stones is coming on for that. Tarkowski. And Harry Kane's come on for Welbeck. So that's good news that Rashford's staying on. Do I live on a boat in the middle of the English Channel, Stuart? No, I don't. I wish I did, though. That sounds absolutely amazing. Peace and tranquility. Marcus, isn't Mark such a down-to-earth human being? How can people not love this guy? Dear, I don't know. I don't know. The abuse he gets is way too much. Way too much. And when it becomes personal, it's really crossing a line in my eyes. And there's no need for it. Mark's not one for going out of his way and singling people out for abuse. So I think it's very, very unfair what people do to him. Very. Have you noticed much change in the England side since the World Cup, Chaz? I've noticed in this game they're a lot slower than what they were against Spain, but you could put that down to the amount of changes that were made. Are Man United on BT this Saturday? Yes, they are. Excuse me. Yes, they are. 5:30, I think it is. BT Sport. Mark Defo wears a helmet while playing football. Do you read my tweets, Adam? Yeah. Please ask Mark to invite me out. Ed, do you know what? I know you sent that to me last night, didn't you? I will ask him. When he comes back, I will ask him, just for you. All right? Any Liverpool or City players been injured? No. Right, Beans, how are we doing? The tactical show. How do you watch 3 p.m. kickoffs? I don't. Mark doesn't either. On the United stand, if it's 3 p.m. kickoff, it's usually Jared that's on there with Mark because they're usually shown out in America on ESPN, I think it is, out there. Have I been to America, says Jordan? Yes, I have. I've been to New York City and Miami. My next one is I don't know whether it goes Los Angeles or Las Vegas. Not sure yet, but I'll take the kids' ones. Do I like Trump, says Jordan? No. Bit of a racial, controversial guy for me. Where is Mark? Mark just had to nip off to do something. Don't panic, he will be back. NBC, says David. NBC Sport. Okay, right, sorry, I thought it was ESPN just because it's a sport channel. Right, so NBC Sports, it will be, the 3 o'clock games are on. Let's have a look. Come to Mauritius, says Dia. I've heard good things about Mauritius. Does Brexit mean Brexit, says Johnny? I think it does. Matthew likes talking about Brexit. He'll tell you if Matthew's still in the comments. What age am I? Says Ethan. I am 38. But there was a guy earlier saying that I sound like 86, which I probably do. When the number 27 for the match from me. Well, 13 is my lucky number, so it'll have to be 13/27. All right. Punt to the land of Brummy. I was there last week back. Mr. DT never takes it out. Do you know what? I think he's like I said, I don't know much about the guy, but I'm only going by what he says on Twitter towards Mark, and I think he's quite disgusting sometimes with what he says. David Lloyd, you and Dad. I used to be, David, when I was younger. I used to be in county called Exeter. Will Shaw be back for Watford? Kian Liqueur? I wouldn't have thought so. Because United have been tweeting out a lot about Delo, him being ready and fit now. So I think maybe you might see Delo at left back. Dave says he's called Charlotte. It doesn't matter what age you are, Marcus. You're a nice person. We love you too. You're humble. Oh, cheers, dear. Thank you. I do try to be like level-headed, like, and try to be fair to everyone. Do you think I'm better than Jared on Rocket League? Says Ed. Definitely, definitely. Jared just likes ramming people, his own teammates on Rocket League. So England's still winning 1-0. Switzerland are making a couple of changes. I would try and pronounce them, but my knowledge of the Swiss team. Okay, so Freuler has gone off and Zuber has come on. There's only a couple of people I know in this Swiss team, like Xhaka and Sommer and Shaqiri. So Marcus, take over the channel. I can't take over the channel. No. How is Ireland, Marcus, planning to? I've never been there. Rishab. So I couldn't tell you. Jennifer Lawrence will Scarlett Johansson, any day, mate. Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow in that leather is a sight to behold, isn't it? How does it feel being in my shadow, says Carl. George, I could have sworn you run a poll the other week on like who was the greatest mod, and I came out of it top, without a doubt. You said, Stuart, mate, trust me. Anything happens to Mark, I'll be the first one there. Get TBJZL to play in the match. He supports Man U, says Adam. I haven't got the faintest idea who that is. So if you want to tell me who that is, I shall pass it on to Mark. United went through this nightmare in the 70s. Yes. As the missus got Mark watching, he's probably watching the Bake Off, if that's still on. If it is on, I don't know because I don't watch it. So Jordan Henderson's coming on for England. I know we've not been paying much attention to the game tonight, but I actually thought Eric Dyer's done all right tonight. So Henderson's coming on for Delph, which I think Delph's had an okay game, nothing major. Well, he's feeling the back of his leg there, so probably a tight hamstring, so precautionary. He's come off. Toby Jizzle, Marcus, he's in Sidemen. Never heard of it, Beck. Never heard of it. Marcus, plug your chat. No, I'm not on. I don't do this for promotion or anything like that. I do it, keep Mark company, interact with you guys, answer your questions as many as I can, as truthfully as I can, and just have some fun. So no, I don't need promotion. He's inside. Right, so come on in. Right, educate me then, Beck and Adam. What's sidemen, sidmen? Because Beck said sidemen and Adam said sidmen. So what is it? Emma Stone or Emma Watson? Oh, I'd have to say Emma Watson for that one. Lukaku scored again, says Manan. What's the score then in the Belgium game? It was 2-0. So is that 3 now or is it more? I think Spain, someone mentioned in the comments earlier, Spain were winning 4 or 5-0. I never knew you just came. No, you're good. Cheers, thank you, dear. Some of the biggest UK you see. Honest to God now, right? I'm only subscribed to 7 people on YouTube. That's it. I'm very, very low key in what I do. Make me more relevant than George on TUS, is it? Colin, Marcus, what do you get out of being part of the United Stand? What I get is laugh, fun, interaction, and being part of a great community. I think, I think, not just saying it because I'm on there, but I actually think I've always said the United Stand's got one of the greatest communities, one of the greatest fan base across YouTube. I think for an independent channel, I think it's fantastic how over 270,000 of you are tuned in to it, subscribed to it. You know, everyone sticks together. I think it's great, and I don't think any other fan channel has that across YouTube, where where we all stick together. And you know, when I came into the channel, going back to just over 2 years ago, that was my aim. Mark left me to it, and my aim was to make that comments box safe, secure, friendly. I believe I did that, and I got other people involved with it as well. You know, George, Beck, Tubes, who's not around anymore. You know, Jared came into it when I needed a break from it. Matthew came into it. Like, you know, Andrew, Snaps. You know, they did a great job. So, you know, everyone, you got to remember, the channel is for you. That this was what Mark was trying to get the point across after the Skype show the other night. It's your channel. You guys dictate what the topics are. You know, you guys dictate how the course of the show goes on the Skype shows. You know, and we got to be united, and we got to stick together and cut out all the bullying and stuff. You know, so it's we're all in it together. It's Mark might present the shows, but you know, everything needs a leader and a captain. But ultimately, the content comes down to you guys. So you know, and it's down to you guys that the channel's going so strong. So I think everyone involved with United Stand would just say big up to every single one of you, and let's continue to get it growing. What was that in the background? You can probably hear my mum playing on her Xbox in the corner. She's playing Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 on the Xbox. Where is Mark Stack? Mark just said he had to pop off for a minute. So, yeah, that's my mum in the background. Yeah, Scarlett Johansson, Peter. Scarlett Johansson every day of the week. As long as she was dressed like Black Widow every day of the week with the ginger hair. You know, so even though she probably don't know who they are, I will do. Tell him about TBJZ. I will, Adam. Yeah, I will. TBJZL. Okay. So yeah, any other? I will back. Yeah, no problem. I will. So we got just over 15 minutes. It's still 1-0 to England. Mum's talking to herself. Mark's his mum on Xbox. Yeah, she is, Sally. Yeah. Over 60 years old, and she still plays with me some nights on Call of Duty and Battlefield and stuff. So she can still play it. Pop off for a minute, 20 minutes later. Exactly. Yeah, maybe he's fallen down the toilet or something. Why can't we see you? It's all how the studio's set up. It's all how the studio's set up. Decky, Marcus, you're the best. I don't know. It's a bit deep, isn't it? It's a bit my voice. Do you know what? But in real life, when I'm face to face with you, I don't sound nothing like this. Nothing like this at all. Yeah, I've got the broad London accent, but it's not as broad as what you guys are hearing down the microphone. It's really strange. It's like I've got two different voices. Mark, you got an Xbox? Yeah, I've got an Xbox. Neil, I've got PlayStation 4 as well. Yeah. How's the game been? Have I ever smoked? Yeah, once. It didn't agree with me. Well, it made me hungry. It cost me a lot of money in biscuits when I was younger. So I'll tell her, Sally. Yeah, no problem. I'll tell her. Poland, Ireland is 1-1. No, slaps. That's all right. No. You know, I'll answer anything. You know. So, yes. 4 million subs. Oh, okay, all right. He ain't gonna come play for us, Ian. I could try, but I don't know. Same with me when I hear my voice back. Nothing like. No, exactly, Matthew. Yeah, it's really, really strange. It is really strange. It's like I've just got two voices. What's my game? I'll put it in the chat. So just excuse me a second while I just type this in for someone. There we go. Your voice should be on LBC 97 points. Yeah, a couple of people have said that to me. You got a voice for radio? I don't know. Maybe when I can't move, or I can just sit in my rocking chair in about 20 years' time, like, and just talk to the radio station. Well, I think of Rojo. I like Rojo. I do like Rojo. It's a shame he doesn't get. I know he's injured at the minute, or I don't know if he is still injured, but yeah, I do like Rojo. He's got a good mentality. He's no nonsense defender. He goes in for the tackles, and I think he's great. I do. I think he's really, really good as a centre back. He's better than Smalling and Jones for me. So yeah, I like Rojo. I actually think that Bailey and Rojo is probably our best centre back partnership, to be honest. But you know, I know Mark will probably say Smalling and Bailey, but let's have a look. What's my favourite food? So I've got two. Actually, I'm torn between two. I like Indian food, and I love pizza. Let's have a look. Cantona or King for captain? Oh, I think Roy King. Roy King for me. Rojo was a fool versus Mbappe. Yeah, but whenever I think of Rojo, I think of when he did who was it? Costa. When he went in on Costa that game. Was it last season or season before? I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And I always remember Rojo for that. When he went in on Costa and Costa just looked at him and Rojo looked at him and he never backed down. He wasn't intimidated or anything like that. Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. Who's likely to be manager, Carrick or Giggs? I think it's probably Giggs, and it seems he's got the Wales job already. Ed, I will tell him. Don't worry. Thoughts on Roy King's situation at Ireland? Nathan, is that where he's not getting on with the players or something? I read something about that. Sort of like players are against him or something. Which, in a way, I could understand it from the younger guys because they're not used to that. Someone else is just coming on for England here. It's a young lad, I assume. He plays for Leicester. What's his name? Come on. I can't see who it was now. I think it was Chilwell that came on. Not too sure though. Not sure who went off. Yeah, it is Nathan. Yeah. I think the younger lads, mate, probably just don't understand it because Roy King's old school, isn't he? So, hello, give me a shout out, says Dave Mansfield. There you go. Was it right to let Zlatan go? I think so. Controversial, but I wasn't a lover of him coming in. I didn't like United's heavy reliance on a guy who was 35 years old. I don't know what it is. I just didn't like it. I really didn't like it. Or Switzerland just got the ball right across the face of England's goal there. Someone should have been on the back post tapping that in, but it's gone out for a goal kick. But still 1-0. Will United get top four? You would have thought so. Put it this way, if they don't, with what Mourinho's got at his disposal, there will be some serious questions asked. Serious questions. Who scored for England? It's 1-0. Zaps. I thought it said traps then. Sorry. And Rashford got the goal. Switzerland making a change. Shaqiri's come off. And Seferovic. I should not be trying to pronounce these names whatsoever. Rest in peace, Mac Miller. I saw that on Twitter. Yeah, young lad. As long as Jose's here, King shouldn't be. Oh, what do people think of Jose's man management as well? I mean, it's like Mark touched on earlier about Martial being hand around the back, hand on the shoulder sort of thing, you know, a bit comforted. No, it's a friendly Prodigy. So what is it? I think they can change the whole team, can't they? Harris Severin, absolutely. There we go, Matthew. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that again. Have I ever been to the red light district? No, I haven't, Sebastian. Is it any good? Have you been? I'm married now, mate, so there's no need for me to do that. Jose in. I think he's the right man for the job, says Michael. Sure, you've done nothing wrong. Just ignore him.
Come on, then, get up.
What's going on? I'll leave it to you lot. I love Indian culture, but I don't like their food. So what? Oh, okay. Stuart. How can you not love Indian food, man? It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Pankaj will tell you. Me and Pankaj talk about different Indian food. Every time I see him, speak to him on Twitter or on my streams or someone else's streams, and I see him in there, we always talk about Indian food. Absolutely gorgeous stuff. Jose isn't the hand round the shoulder type of guy, says Sally. All right then, Sally, I'll put this to you then. If he's not the hand around the shoulder type of guy, right, is there anyone available that is? Have a think about that. Because you know he's being touted as the next manager, which is Zidane. So do you think he's the type of person that could do that? What the hell is going on in the background? Says Taboo. That's my mum's playing Xbox, mate. Who do you love more, Pankaj or me? Or no comment, Ed. No comment. Do I have kids? Says Haid. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have two lovely princesses. One's 9 and one's 4, and my days at the minute are very, very quiet because they're both at school. She does talk to herself, Josh. She does. when she gets frustrated with things, she does. You might hear a bit of language in a minute if you don't get off this level. Indian food just too sweet. It depends what you have though, Stuart. Zidane can't even speak English. Yeah, but he can speak Spanish, he can speak French, right? So it wouldn't take him long to learn English at all. And for all we know, he may well be learning English now. You never know. It doesn't take long to pick up the English language. No comment, Ed. No comment. Do you think Wigan will get back into the Prem? No chance. No chance. See, look, Mum's getting frustrated now. My nan, Stuart, you need to try more Indian food if you think it's exactly. Peter, do you still live with your mum? No, I don't live with her. She lives with me. There's a big difference. Big difference. Respect is something amazing. It is, dear. Jordan, yes, Zidane is the man. 3 UEFA Champions Leagues and a La Liga title. That's what we need. Jordan, I totally agree with you. Mark, will Brentford get promoted soon? Michael, you're having a laugh, aren't you? Having a laugh. Hello, have you still got your rubber... Mike Perry, what's that? Have you still got your rubber chicken and space helmet for sale? I didn't know I had them for sale. What's my missus putting that up for sale for? Never mind. I'll have to take that down later. Mrs. Mad Marcus, watch the language. If I apologise, if you hear anything, I do apologise, but it will be no worse than what Marcus said earlier. I can guarantee you. Akari curry is good curry. Electric Mark. Akari. What's that? I've never heard of that. Where is Mark? I'm confused. Mark went to do something. He had a slight emergency, Matty. So he did say he'd be back. I will probably only carry on talking to you guys, well, for as long as you want, really. I don't mind. I mean, as long as we've got stuff to talk about. I am a man of the people, mate, Stuart. I try. Are you my Wagwan chicken? Ed, that's for, that's Pankaj, mate. That's Pankaj. Marcus, you don't know how much we love you in Canada. You're our favourite character from, Oh, cheers, Sebastian. Thank you. Much appreciated. But Mark's Mark's the one. Mark's the one. Indian food is vile. Jared, you don't know what you are talking about. It is absolutely gorgeous. Indian food, Chinese food. I'm not a lover of Thai. I'll stomach it, but I wouldn't go out my way and eat it. But I mean, yeah, pizza and Indian food for me are my favourite. Can't beat a good madras or tikka masala. Question mark, Zizou probably has more of a manager. Seems he left Madrid without falling out with his players. Yeah. He did seem to end on a good note, didn't he? Which makes me think that he is probably the right man for it. Blanc, I read, don't know whether it's true or not, but Laurent Blanc had problems at PSG, so that sort of like puts a cross through him for me. I don't have Instagram, do you? I get chicken and chips from the Indian because I'm the fussiest eater on the planet. Facts, says Matthew. Oh man. Matthew, how can you be a fussy eater? There's so food is apps. Can't pronounce Nike, and now you're like Jared Dunster. Jared, I will speak to you after this. England should beat Croatia. Well, Michael, they didn't beat Croatia in the World Cup, did they? So don't know about that one. Ribs, harvester ribs. I'm not a lover of ribs, actually. Something else. I'm not a meat on the bone sort of person. Everyone, mother cooked the best. Yes. Fish and chips are under it. They are, Stuart. Yeah, they are. Jared, see, because Jared's American, Jared probably thinks fish and chips is disgusting. But never mind. He don't know what he's missing. Nothing like a double bacon, double sausage, and double hash brown McDonald's breakfast McMuffin. That's a mouthful, Matthew, isn't it? Double bacon, double sausage, that must be huge. What's my meal on Sunday? Anything now, Phil? Yeah, it's always a roast dinner, mate. Always a roast dinner. Michael, yes, but Scottish is not English, is it? And you aren't happy yourselves. What was that in relation to, Michael? Cheers, dear. Again, don't like Mike. Love a big meaty bone. Do you know what? I used to when I was like teenager. Oh, and Jared does know fish and chips. Oh, he does know something. There we go. Cheers, Kian Leaker, however you say it. Nice to know I get someone turned on. I like trying food from all different countries. I do as well, Sally. Whenever I go away, I always try their traditional dishes. I don't like sticking to the same thing. Who do you think will win in a boxing match, Pancars or me? And please don't say no comment. Ed, that would be you because you beat him at Mortal Kombat and UFC quite a few times. So I think you. How criminally unfair Marcus is. This guy is fucking brilliant, genius. Oh, cheers, Sebastian. Thank you. Harvester has been now, it used to be class but changed. So Southgate, there's nothing much happening in this game at all. Southgate is that interested. He's just opened up another bottle of water and is sat in his chair with his legs crossed. That's how interesting the game is. Okay. I still rate Harvester, chips, pie, and gravy. What pie though? Michael? I'll have some of that. One of Galbraith's, yeah. Galbraith's signs. 1v1 me on the next YouTube boxing undercard, Marcus. Matthew, let me see if I can make 90 minutes in that football game first. Do I watch wrestling? Let me see if my legs can go to 90 minutes. But if you want to, like, you know, I'm not opposed to the idea. The thing is, Matthew, that comment there, right? the dodgy ear comment, right? What people fail to realise is there's nothing in there. There's nothing in that ear, so it wouldn't matter whether you hit that side or not. There's nothing in there. It's not going to hurt. It's all numb. So that's pointless. um, Johnny West Ham. Do I like Toby Carberry? Yeah, I haven't been to one in a while, but I feed my pet lion dog biscuits. Do you? What, Bourbons? What, the custard cream? I know there's stuff there isn't, Matthew. You're right. You're right. There isn't. Absolutely right there. I've just clipped that. It'll be in my phone for it. Oh, okay. That's my plan. Exactly, mate. Exactly. I've had the ear surgery, mate. So there's nothing in there. They took everything out. So there's no pain there whatsoever. So yeah, it'll be pretty pointless aiming for my left side because it's numb, and I've got no feeling in the left ear. And halfway down, well, not halfway down, say quarter of the way down, my jaw, I can't really feel nothing. Monetising your time, honestly, you're a comedic genius. Louise, I haven't seen you tonight. Welcome. If you think England have a chance to win Euros based on this performance, you have no chance. Louise, honestly, I totally agree with you. This is not what I expected, but there were 8 or 9 changes in Southgate's defence. And I wouldn't fancy this particular team that's out now, doing anything in the Euros. I do have experience, mate. Yes, Matthew, you're right. Yes. Do you agree that Mark celebrates great passion the goal scored moment? Yes, he does. Yeah, Mark is 200% a Manchester United fan. 200%. All the crap that comes out about him, about the Forest thing, everything else is absolute rubbish. It's absolute rubbish. Don't believe a word of it. All right. He left about 40. I know he did. He left. He's not come back. I don't know. Maybe he's gone for something to eat or something. I don't know. But never mind. We're having fun, aren't we? I mean, there's 5 minutes of stoppage time here, so I'm not doing anything major tonight. So I'll sit and carry on. If you lot want to carry on, don't mind me. How old am I? I am 38. 38. Cheers, Ed. Thank you. Premier League is what United need to win. That I think. Well, Michael, I think not. I do sound old, Dave. I do. Yeah. But I'm not. Because I sworn I heard Mike shouting. It's scripted in the back. Maybe he's playing FIFA. Yeah. Maybe he's getting some practice in for tomorrow. Mark is the best for me. I believe him. He is. Yeah. So Mark is. Yeah. Don't believe nothing you see on Twitter. I mean, some of the stuff that I'm putting out on Twitter saying, some say, it's all just a laugh. It is just a laugh. I don't mean anything bad by it. He knows that. So, Marcus, you got to batter him with FIFA. We'll Matthew, mate, listen to what people are telling you in the comments, all right? I'm not one for bigging myself up, but listen to people in the comments, okay? Bet you can reach my face. That's a good one. He's short, yeah. Moyes' next job is MLS. No offence, but you look 48. Oh, gee, well, mate, Johnny, I don't take offence to that at all. I don't, it's only an opinion, isn't it? I suppose after the football game in October, I'll probably sound like I'm dying, to be honest. But, Mark, you're an amazing person. It's good that you have your limits. It's all, dear, it's all in good fun. Like I say, I mean, I tend to laugh a lot of things off. Dave wants a shout out. There you go. I tend to laugh a lot of things off. I don't take anything seriously, especially on here and on Twitter. I just like to have a laugh, But so the game's over. England won 1-0. Southgate just hugging the Swiss manager there. But I mean, what did we learn from that as fans? What did we learn from that, England fans? Nothing at all. Bit of a meaningless game, but I suppose they need it for consistency. Make sure everyone was still up for the job, playing that way, playing that formation. And yeah, they come through unscathed, 1-0 winners, clean sheet. So, all in all, it's done quite well, I think. We can dance and sing together, dear. Yeah, can do. Michael, sometime this week, I'm not sure, but sometime this week. Asian Gamer, yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think, Twitter, I think when it becomes personal, I have great respect for Mark, because how he puts up with it, I don't know. But, he does, fair play to him. How he doesn't retaliate is beyond me. So I think I would, especially when it's personal abuse like he gets. So yeah, I mean, big up to him. Mark's on the Fanta again. He probably is. Yeah, probably is. Mark's lucky he missed much. Yeah. The game's ended. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to stop now? Do you want to carry on talking? Got any more questions? I don't mind. I'm good for, well, however long you want. Evie, remember you have been. Yeah, but Evie, you got to take into account there that a lot of that was blown out of proportion. It was blown out of proportion. Do you remember that bullet shot from Scalzi against Barcelona, sending us to the final? At the time, I was lighting firecrackers. Oh God. Which year was that? Get Mark to do a diss track. Well, he might do. Jared says to hang out. Okay. Mate, I'm good, Phil, until whenever. I mean, Mark might just come down and carry on drinking or something. I don't know. Stay, do a quiz, ask questions. 1 for yes, 2 for no in the chat. Okay, then. All right then. You can trace Skype calls, Mike. Can you, Derek? Oh, okay. All right. I'll never do that. Stay on to. Yeah, I don't mind if you want to stay on. I'll stay on and keep talking. I don't mind. This is the thing with me, right? I go to bed quite late as well, like early hours in the morning. And I said to Mark last week when we met up on Tuesday, I think it was. I said to him, like, maybe I could do a Skype show or something, like late at night, say about 11 o'clock at night, when things have died down. I mean, anyone interested in that at all? Frank, no, I can't do that. Mark was pranking. I don't know what he's doing. Cheers, Bex. Dave says he's a girl. Okay. Anyone see the Mark Goldbridge diss track on Liverpool? Yes, did see that. Yeah, 24-hour YouTube marathon. Steve, I think Mark is maybe doing. I don't want like a charity thing again. I'm not too sure. Soon, not sure. Do I enjoy the FIFA challenge? Right, yes, I do. Yes, I do that. Oh, thanks, Louise. Evie. Yeah, I mean, people, Prince. Prince, mate, I haven't seen you for a while. How you doing? What's my job, says even, accountant. Sometimes I go in London, sometimes I do it from home. All depends on what I've got to do in the morning. Mark's actually hiding under the table. How does this guy do it so easily? Don't know. Just comes natural. I'm. If I could do something that's off the cuff, right? That's not. I'm more easy to do. Say, just go live at random times, and do something really, just off the cuff, unaware. And if people turn up, people turn up. I'm not one for, say, Marcus Skype show Friday 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? That's not me. That's not me. I'd rather just go live, see what happens, take the rough with the smooth, and go from there. So Ethan's a mod accountant too. Oh well, hard, isn't it? Hard. Got to be good with numbers. Those were the days going to bed at 5 a.m. Now exactly, yeah. You should go on LBC, says Michael. Right, what's LBC? Evie, the thing is, even if I did get calls like that, right, I'd sit there, I'd sit there. I'm just reading Matthew's comment there. I'd sit there and laugh it off. You know what I mean? I'd make a joke about it. You know. So it don't really bother me. It don't really bother me. I've lost a YouTube channel. Don't worry about it, Prodigy. Don't worry about it. I'll sort it out again. I'm not even on there at the minute, mate. I'm just so busy at the minute. Stuart, I don't think that will ever happen. LBC is some political chat show. Oh shit, me. No, I don't do politics, mate. No. London's biggest conversation radio station. No, Michael, not for me. I'm not into politics, mate, or Parliament or anything like that. Mark and Marcus streams, their banter is the best. It's quite funny, isn't it? It is quite funny. So Mark would probably say he would want. Hi, Sophie, you're right. Mark would probably say like and should subscribe if you're new and share the video and all that. So I'd appreciate it if you do that. Not just for me, but for Mark, since it's Mark's channel. Am I doing a watch along for Watford? No, I'm not, because I don't have BT Sports. So no, I won't. What's your stance on Brexit? Just like to know. Louise, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I think in a football world, it's bad. For me, it doesn't really bother me. I don't really pay much interest in it, to be perfectly honest. How's Spider-Man? Jared, I don't know, mate, that game makes me sick. Has any of you guys, right, in the comments, PS4, played that Spider-Man game? Does anyone else get sick when you play it? Because I'm watching a mate play it on YouTube, and I can't even watch it. It just makes me so nauseous. It really do. Am I into tennis? Yeah, so. Yeah, I watch tennis. Yeah. Yeah, I do watch tennis. I've got to be honest, I've not watched it for a few months, but I do try and watch it when I get in. Do I often go to United games live? I used to, Steve. I used to, but age has caught up with me and kids, I don't drive either, so my wife would have to drive me there and stay there and then bring me back, sort of thing. So it's quite difficult for me now. Do I have PS4? Yeah, I do. Yeah. No worries, Louise. No worries. Louise, I'm one of these people where politics leave me alone. I'll leave politics alone. If it doesn't affect my four walls, I'm not really interested. But from a Manchester United point of view, it's probably not going to be any good in terms of signing players. So that's my stance on it. Opinion on Serena Williams' meltdown. That was funny. Saw it. That was funny. I did like that. I did have a chuckle to myself about that. But in a way, she's right. In a way, she was right. Have I played Crew 2? No, I haven't, Kian, but it is on my list. Do I have siblings? Yes, I do. Politics is dirty. It is, yeah. How much do I get paid off? 6 digits, mate. Asian, 6 digits. So she's a bad loser, can't take it. Michael, yeah, Chris can. It's the same as my Xbox. There we go. Yeah, with the dashes in between. Yeah, because you're not allowed spaces, are you, on PlayStation? She's a bad loser. That is awesome. Glad it is good. Okay, Spider-Man. Maybe the early closed transfer window came because of Brexit. Could be. Topic. That's interesting point. Sister or brother? I've got a brother. I do have a sister somewhere in existence. Don't know where. I don't get on with her. I could listen to Mark and Marcus all night. Oh, thanks, Louise. That's nice. So I hope everyone's all right with this. What am I doing after this, Ed? I am coming on the Xbox. Going to play something on Blackout. Mr. Eric, if you're on about Black Ops 4, right, boys, off to get relocated. All right, Matthew. Cheers, mate. Catch you later. Gotta go night. Okay, Louise. Glad. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you again. Favourite sport apart from football? Horse racing. Ethan, I absolutely love horse racing. The jump racing, not the flat racing. Jump racing. Stay here for all night. I will stay here for till Mark comes back, I suppose. As long as I've got one person listening, it don't bother me. At least I've got someone to talk to. But at the minute, we've got 271. So, yeah. Tommy, how old am I? I am 38. Marcus, called Mark. Why? Don't worry about it. Michael, I'm probably just on the Xbox, mate, after this. We don't need Goldbridge. We're all right. I think Mark not going to come, and Tired Man goes, okay, dear, catch you later. Yeah, Blackout. Oh, mate, yeah. I've been watching that on Mixer. That looks amazing, the Blackout mode. Absolutely amazing. Edwin, the score was 1-0 to England, and Rashford got the goal. Ben, fan of darts, Marcus. I used to be when Eric Bristow used to play. Not so much anymore. Kyle, do I watch Formula One? No, I don't see the big attraction. Cars going around 50, 60, 70 laps. I can't do that, I'm afraid. It's like with cricket. I can't do that. Most boringest sport ever. FIFA 19 is going to be good. It does look like it's going to be. Who's Goldbridge anyway? Exactly. Who's Goldbridge? We don't need Goldbridge. We're all right here. Mark's the real deal is no, Tommy. Can't stand it. Purely why I can't stand it is because I don't understand it. It's like I like basketball. I watch that. I like hockey because I understand the rules a little bit, but yeah, I don't like anything I don't understand really. If you could be a tree for a day, what type would you be? Oak tree, Jason. Do I bet on the horse racing, Peter? Yes, I do. Bristow legend. Yep. Ben, Mark's working his evening shift in Morrison. I don't know, mate. Maybe he's got a problem with the little one or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's favourite supermarket. Ooh. I think for me, it would have to be Tesco's. Because where I am, I've got the choice out of Tesco's, Lidl's, or Asda. I always go to Tesco's, so it has to be Tesco's. Right, George, you all right, mate? Thank you, Mark, for being here with us, even though you could have gone. Appreciate Ram Decky. It is my pleasure. Like I said, as long as one is watching, I don't mind. All right. D is going. No worries, mate. Hope you enjoyed it. Have I ever been fishing? A couple of times, Michael. Yeah. Night fishing. Yeah. So the game's over. In case anyone's thinking what's the score, the game's over. England won 1-0. Rashford scored the goal, and now we are just talking and just having a bit of fun. Lidl's 29p a donut. Is it really? Do you know what? I don't think I've ever been in a Lidl shop. Oh, I've got an Aldi near me, but I don't like the name of the shop, so I don't. I think where exactly. Yeah, George, exactly. Yeah. Chocolate ones are the go. I like the actual, chocolate bar caramel. In Tesco's, they actually do 2 donuts made out of that caramel. They're something like £1, £1.9p or £1.10 for a pack of 2. They are absolutely gorgeous. Omalayo, what was the score? It was 1-0 England, and Marcus Rashford got the goal. Go in, Marcus, it will change. Like, is it good? Is it? I don't know. I always just imagined it to be. I don't know. Night fishing on a bit, exactly, Michael. Yeah, night fishing, bit of fly fishing. Yeah, used to do it, but again, you know, when you get older now and you get married and kids come along and stuff, it's hard. It is hard now. Sainsbury's is a rip-off. I haven't been in Sainsbury's for years. I haven't been on Morrison's for years either. Some say Passamon brushes his teeth with pebbles. Do they? Oh, okay. What are my top 3 Star Wars films? Well, I think first, Lanky Snake. First would have to be Empire Strikes Back. Second is the original Star Wars, not the prequels, the actual, Episode 4. And third, I liked The Force Awakens, I really did. I thought Last Jedi was absolute crap. So yeah, Empire, Episode 4, and then Force Awakens. Michael's 50. Oh wow! Oh, there's someone older than me. Woohoo! How can I convince you to watch great? Ed, I've got no interest in cooking, mate. You could probably convince my wife to watch it with you, because she does the cooking. But some say George can't go in the bar. That's a good one, Jared. Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith is comedy. It's rubbish. I'm actually wanting to go and watch the new Predator film. All right, Kian Licker. I hope I say your name right. If I don't, I'll look like a twat, don't I? But yeah, thanks for joining, mate. Catch you later. Peter G. Mark fell asleep as the England game was so boring. He may well have done. I mean, this stream might still be going at 6 o'clock in the morning. Never know. Ben's 32 next week. Oh, kidding. Yeah, he's still online. I'm 30 and got ID for a bottle of whiskey. Get in, Phil. You must look really young then. Ethan's 24. Mark's on his way to DT to sprint manager. Have I ever experienced any paranormal activity? Not really, mate. No. Not really. That sort of stuff scares the shit out of me. Oh, Rogue One. Peter, I forgot about that. Yeah, Rogue One. I'd have to put Rogue One in there as well. I thought that was brilliant. Where can I put Rogue One in the top 3? So Empire is still... Right, I'd probably go then. Empire, the original, Episode 4, and then Rogue One. I love Rogue One. I thought it was fantastic. That reminded me so much of a war movie. Marcus, my parents think I'm in Holland studying medicine. Little do they know I'm in South Carolina working at a gas station. Sebastian, that would make such a great story. How have you got away with that? Please tell me. How have you got away with that? Mark's done knockdown. That would be so funny. If only he filmed it as well and put it up on his channel. Who is England's best ever player? Well, I'll say from the stats point of view and scoring point of view, you'd have to go with Rooney, wouldn't you? Mark, you watched The Hitman's Bodyguard, Akil? No, I haven't. My favourite country to travel to, I love America, Ethan. I love America. I was always fascinated as a kid with the skyscrapers and, the towers, skyscrapers, the buildings, everything about New York fascinated me. Because I was in London, London was always a poor man's New York for me. So when I actually went to get there, it was absolutely amazing. Loved every day I was there. So yeah, I love the American way, the culture, the way they speak, the food that they have out there. I think it's unreal, and I find compared to London, it was so much cheaper as well, and you get so much for your money. It's amazing. Wasn't too keen on America. I think if I went to New York, beans, honestly, New York was something else. It was something else. Heskey is the best England player. George, you would say that, wouldn't you? Jared said, thanks for the follow. Where's Mark? I don't know where Mark is, honestly. I do not know. Tabish, I don't know where he is. He just said, I'll be back in a minute. Something's come up. And, nearly an hour later, he's still not here. So, yeah. London's not that bad either. Yeah, I know, Asian, but, when that's all you're used to, when you go to New York, if you ever go to New York, you'll understand what I mean. It's nothing like it. It's nothing like it at all. Whereas Batismo, I don't know. Batismo's live on the other channel, I think. Have I seen Solos, Pete? Yes, I have. Did not like it at all. What a waste of time. There was no need for that film to be made whatsoever. 911. Yes, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. 17 years ago. The 9/11. It's gone by so quick. Gone by so quick. Such a shame. Such a shame. Mark, have you seen the diss track someone made about Mark Houghton? I have, Lanky Slank. Yes, I have seen it. Yeah, I have seen it. We all know where he is. The toilet. You mentioned he had a Chinese. It wouldn't surprise you. Do you know what? He's probably gone out and got a Chinese or something. You know what I mean? Wouldn't surprise me. He might be in the bath or something for all I know. I don't know. Who do I think will win the title? Says Eden Wolf. I think you'd have to look at Man City, I think, for me. Ryan Kill was. That's a good one, Mark. Yeah, that's a good one. Solo is the Godfather 3 at the start. Yeah, Jared, I didn't like that one at all. There was just no need for it. It was almost like the film that no one asked for. They just decided to put it out. Marcus, what was that actress's name you were telling me about? Eliza Dushku. She was in. She's in a lot of TV shows. She was in Buffy as she played a character called Faith in Buffy. She was in some horror films like Wrong Turn. If you could bring one player back, who would it be? Whatever. Or actually, let's do it. Probably ever. I would have to say George Best. In my generation, someone who's retired now, it would probably be Beckham. Someone who's still playing now, who has previously played for United, it would have to be Ronaldo. The Meg was shit. Was it? Okay. Jared, I think Jared went and saw that. He didn't like it either. Are they making an Obi-Wan movie? I heard they are. Yeah, I heard they are. Episode 9 is... That's next year, isn't it? Episode 9, and I think Obi-Wan is the year after. Going back to August 31st next year. Oh, Derek. Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. So much better. I think we'll probably have a better transfer window then. Ed, Roy King. Yeah. Michael says Keno. Yeah, I think as much as we need a leader, I would probably say Beckham for his crosses, because we just do not. Lukaku gets no service whatsoever, does he? Where can United finish this season, says Phil. I'm going to say third or fourth. I don't think they'll be finishing second this season. Love Eliza Dushku. I really like doing True Calling, yeah. True Calling. Peter also, Doll's House. That was a really good show as well. Doll's House, fantastic show. Why didn't I like Ibrahimovic? I didn't like the guy. I just didn't like the fact that United relied on a 35-year-old man who was on his last legs, really, wasn't it? Being their main striker. Just didn't like it. When we got so much money, why did we rely on getting someone of that age as a free? Just didn't make no sense to me. Really didn't. Vidic would be in the team every week, so like, yeah, he would be. Yeah. Amy, how can I watch the game? Well, the game's finished, for a start, so you won't be able to watch the game now. England won the game, 1-0, and Marcus Rashford scored the goal. But in all fairness, Amy, it was a pretty drab game. Kenneth, how you doing? Welcome. Wolf, all right? What was your favourite horror film or franchise? Lanky Snake. I like the original horror films of Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. Halloween is my all-time favourite.
No.
I think Halloween films are amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I'm really glad this new one has got such a good review, because I can't wait to see that on the 12th of October, I think it is. It comes out. Michael Holdaway might probably sleep. He could be. What's Liza Dushku in now? Last time I saw her was an episode of Big Bang Theory. So Peter, she's actually she's made her own film. She's directed her first film, I think it is. It's called Maplethorpe, about an artist, photographer.
Right, when in range.
So yeah, keep a lookout for it. Maplethorpe. It's out next year.
No.
Yeah, did you hear Mum in the background there? She's getting frustrated now. Saw the Meg last night. It's not great, so I didn't think it would be. Me and Jared had a conversation about it the other week. It just looked that bad. It looked funny. Do the Patreon videos still happen? I'm not sure, Phil. You have to ask Mark. Is Mark coming back? Dear, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Have I seen it? Says Carl. The original, yeah. The new one, yes. I prefer the original. I didn't like the way they modernised it. With the kids swearing so much, there was no need for it. There was no need for it at all. Dia can hear Mark. Oh, I hope so. He should be here in a minute. I don't know what he was doing. She is Ed, yeah. Michael loves Big Bang Theory. I can never get into that. All the jokes and comedy stuff was a bit over my head, because it was a lot to do with science, wasn't it? And I don't know much about science, so I didn't really understand it. Do I love watching Indiana Jones? No. Harrison Ford now is bit beyond him now, I think. Bit beyond him. Did I play the Battlefield 5 beta? Yes, I did, Snake. I thought it was absolute crap. It should be just it should have just been a DLC for Battlefield 1. I don't think, apart from the maps changed, nothing else has changed. My wife, what am I drinking tonight? I had a couple of glasses of red wine while I've been doing this, and I'm on the coffee now. So I like Shining. Yeah, have you seen Bodyguard BCC? No. Tomb Raider, Ed, that new Tomb Raider, I thoroughly enjoyed that. Thoroughly enjoyed that, Tomb Raider. I might actually give it another couple of minutes and probably jump off then. Anyone seen Vice Principals? Nope. Tomb Raider game has nothing on. Oh yeah, Michael, totally agree. Uncharted games, mate, fantastic. Dear, I'm accountants, mate. Starbucks will cost us. Got to be Costa. Wrong turn is good. It is Peter. She's in that. The girl with the brown hair, long brown hair, red top, red vest. I'm drinking local Michigan beer, IPA. Oh wow, okay. What are your thoughts on Saint Row franchise?
Right.
Compared to GTA, I think it's dead. So, you know, I think there's only so much you can do funny-wise. Your mummy is balls. I know she's, yeah, she is. Fahima, England is the best. They are. Have I seen the new Jumanji movie? Yes. Yeah, that was really good. That was really good, Jumanji. I see The Rock signed on to start the second one at Christmas. So, great one, Mark. Yeah. Cost a lot of coffee. Yeah, so, okay, right. I'm gonna get off here then. And Mark will have to end the stream, so you lot can just stay here and carry on chatting if you want. Ricky Gervais. No, I don't like him. Lanky Snake. I'm not one for English comedy, apart from like Only Fools and Horses and Young Ones and Bottom, stuff like that. So
Got back up then. Get rid of him.
no, I can't stand cricket. Infinity War scale of best Marvel. Infinity War is a fantastic movie. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Prodigy, yeah, there probably is. If you just Google it, you can probably find some. Okay, so I can't, Michael. I would do, but I've got to get off, mate, because I've got a couple of things to do, and a couple of people are waiting for me on Xbox as well to play some Call of Duty. So I will speak to you guys tomorrow, provided Mark does TUS. All right. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for all your support and that. And oh, hang on, no, I'm not going off yet. Mark's just texted me. No, I'm staying for another couple of minutes. So hang on, I'm not going yet. So yeah, hopefully, you know, everyone enjoyed it. And yeah, Ed, I'll be your accountant, mate. Yeah, I can hear him coming now. So I hope we all had some fun tonight. Never know. Might do it again sometime. Yeah, it's all right, probably. I won't. Yeah. Can anyone confirm that I am not blocked? Yeah, Wolf Lion, you're not blocked, mate. I'll read it. I'm very furious. Mark did say he had to go and do something. Yeah, Mark is coming. I can hear him. I can hear him in the background. And he just texted me as well. So, yeah. Yes, Ed, I'll ask him now. When he comes on, I'll ask him now. Yes, he does live for Sally. He does. Injury time equaliser. Do you work in corporate? Can't really answer that, Ethan. Quick question. If we could sign one player, who? In this, now, Jared, now, I would, any player, I look at what we need. So I would say a reasonable possible target would be Draxler. Anyone from the Premier League, I know I'm probably going to get absolutely rinsed for saying this, but I would really like to see Eric Dyer at United. I really would. I think he's so underrated. In the January window, okay. So I think you'd have to look. You'd probably still. Let's see. I think we need another centre forward. I do think that's all right, Kenneth. No problem. I do think we need a centre forward. Definitely. I think that is more of a main priority to me than a centre back. No, that's right, Evie. You could have left that. It's fine. Remember asking about? I will do. Yes. Right, great British Bake Off for Ed and TBJ. Eric, yeah, Evie, mate. I do. I think he. I think he's really underrated for an English CDM who can play centre back as well. I was doing wrong. I know I shouldn't have said it wrong. I knew I shouldn't have said it. Sod Eddie Howe, George. Sod Eddie Howe. I do like. I don't know what it is about it. It's so nuts when you think about how different it would be if Woodward wasn't a cheap arsehole and just gave Jose Perisic data and his actual targets. Exactly. Yeah. Ralph, yeah, I'm still on. Yeah, Mark is. I can hear Mark in the background. And he did text me saying he was coming back now. So, yeah. Has it really been that long? It's flown by an hour. Wow, flown by. Get Mark singing some more Lionel Richie. You know, my test, that was good. Wasn't it? That was a good one. Have you seen his where he's singing, hanging his stockings on the wall? That's a good one as well. He just repeats it and repeats it all the way through the song. Don't know if you can still find it actually, but someone's bound to put it on Twitter. Perisic or Gareth Bale, says Derek. I think for me, looking at long term, I would go Perisic because Gareth Bale is just so injury prone. So injury prone. On the other side, she probably is, mate. She's still on the same level on Lego, I think. Just saying that. You're so bored. It's so good. No, I'm not, honestly. I'm not. I love doing this. I love just talking this. That's Jared's favourite video. They're hanging on stock. That's it, Ed. That's it, that one. Yeah. How long will we wait before we challenge for the Premier League, says Sally. I think another couple of seasons yet. Another couple of seasons. Mata is a top player. He's good, Michael. Yeah. He's a good player. He's got a good YouTube channel as well. See? Everyone can hear Mark in the background now. All the views will go back up now. Which retired United player can you get as a ringer for this game? Ooh, I'd like to say we could get Schmeichel in actually, considering he did an interview with Flex. That could be good. I'll try it, big deal. Try it, big. Yeah, mate, we're having fun here.
I can't believe you're still alive yet. I've come to shut it down. I've been watching Made in Chelsea. I have had a nice bath. And did it finish 0-0?
No, England won 1-0. Rashford got the goal.
There you go.
Yeah, and in my defence, the views dropped when the game finished because a lot of people went to bed.
I don't blame them.
Right. So, Lanky Snake, mate. Heavy rain is done, so I won't be doing that again. So, you got changed as well. That's nice.
In pyjamas. I only wear a t-shirt. Everything else is free.
Oh, we've had some fun here talking about some movies and sport and managerial situation at United and England game. So yeah, we've had quite a fun time here. So yeah, shut it down, mate, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Well, I hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks for Marcus for doing that. I think we're going to do one next week. I mean, actually, just let's have a quick look now. Actually, may as well extend it for a moment or two. Just to have a look at what the fixtures are for next week. Scores and fixtures. Next.
I have 2 requests from people in the comments to ask you, right? So Ed Woodward wanted to know if you could make his dream come true and one day watch an episode of the Great British Bake Off with him.
Right? How would we do that?
I don't know. Don't ask me, mate. And the other one was, could we get someone called, I think it was like TJZBL?
Right.
I'll ask him to play for the United stand team.
Who is he?
I don't know, mate. Your guess is as good as mine.
It's got to be good.
Oh, right. TBJZL. Adam said it. Adam knows who he is. He's like a YouTuber who's got like 4 million subs or something.
Is he a United fan?
Yeah, I think so. I would. Yeah.
I'll have a look into that.
That was the 2 questions I got asked to pass on to you. All right, so there you go, lads. I've asked him. Oh, and there was another one. Michael said, what was up with the Patreon?
Yes, that's a very good question. Watch this space. In relation to the next game we'll probably do on here, let me just have a quick look. Well, I know what we'll do next Tuesday night because United are playing on Wednesday, so we'll do Liverpool PSG. If you fancy joining me for that, everyone, and Marcus, 8 o'clock next Tuesday. Liverpool v PSG. I think that'll be quite interesting. very interesting to watch. I mean, I'm no fan of Liverpool, so I'll be supporting PSG, but I think it'll be a decent watch along to do. The only other options are Red Star, Napoli, Schalke, Porto, Galatasaray, Lokomotiv. So, yes,
Okay.
Liverpool, PSG looks good for that. And then at weekend, Sunday games are shit. Wolves and Burnley, Everton and West Ham, and obviously we've got United. Tottenham, Liverpool at 12:30 is tempting. It is tempting.
That'll be good. That'll be good, mate. Yeah.
I might do that, and then
Is that
obviously,
Sky?
yeah, it will be.
Yeah. And Bex just said to me, his name's Toby from Sidemen. Is that? Never heard of him,
Means
mate.
nothing to me. But to be honest, Sidemen and all that might hate me. I don't know. So, I don't know. I don't. I've got no history with them, but I do find that in the football community that there is that sort of feeling. So I don't know, but yeah, definitely. Anyway, thanks everyone. I'm going to shut it down and go and watch a few more episodes of Ozark. But yeah, good. I enjoyed the first half. Marcus has obviously enjoyed himself since then. We'll definitely do Liverpool PSG as a watch along next Tuesday night. And potentially Liverpool Spurs Saturday lunchtime. I have to see what I'm doing. I might be at football. That might be my problem, actually. Don't know whether I'll be back in time, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching.
No worries. See you later, guys.
Bloody hell, mate. You carried on a lot longer than I thought you would. You enjoy it?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what? I absolutely loved it. We